let me see Tony smile
Y'all,
on
man,
this one,
listen. For the behind the camera that y'all can't see, we got Sincere on the ones and twos. Sincere
the
Baker.
camera back there.
From my lineage.
DJ Sincere and the ones and twos.
He on the ones and twos, man.
Come on, man.
That's an official dad smile.
It's a moment, man.
It's a
That's
moment.
dope.
It's a moment.
Take it.
Like,
Just take it all in.
You started from this man's sack, man. Look
Man,
at you now.
right here, you was in here.
There, now you running things.
Now
You're
you-
running things.
You got dressed this morning, you're pressing buttons, man.
Man.
Daddy Issues indeed. man. We are back with another episode of Daddy Issues.
That might be the fastest.
That was the fastest.
Right? This was a
Sorry,
cheap
Keon.
date. We right in there.
We in there.
That was the fastest intro. Usually I'll be doing the
very cold.
intros whenever.
Yeah.
And that was the fastest intro in a while.
All right, we got a lot of things to cover. We got a special guest today, filling in for DC.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Richie, what do you go by? Richie Loco, Richie, your real name?
Man, people call me Richie, Richard Neville's, Richie Loco, whatever floats they boat. You know, if it's around the ballpark, I'm good.
All
with
right.
it.
Which
You
one
know
gets
what
the
I mean?
checks? That's the one you want to say.
Hey, Richard Neville's gets the checks.
Richard Neville is in the building.
I saw what you pulled up in. That was the Richard Neville's vehicle. I was like, ooh, crisp.
He out here. Y'all know him from, Hi, see your favorite crib.
Your favorite crib.
You know what I mean? He's on Insecure. Curtis, Yvonne's brother on Insecure.
Yeah.
Ads, commercials.
Yeah,
Richie, we
man.
out here,
He
man.
out here,
I'm
man.
out here. I'm
Richie,
out
you
here.
working.
I'm out here, but I'm not really out here. So 'cause I like that.
Yeah.
I pull up sometimes, people be like, "Yo, I never see you." I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
But just nobody invite me out. That's all. If motherfuckers invite me out, I'll be like, I'll come out.
He be down to pull up every time.
Yeah.
But people
What y'all doing?
yeah.
Cool.
Cool. I'm tired of being with my family. I know they see the family and the wife. I be like, yeah, but I like to hang with other people
Right,
too.
right.
Like, I get tired of them. They get tired of me too.
Right.
Right.
Good reasons.
Give us the family dynamic.
Yeah,
what
he's
you
a
got
father
going.
guy, so.
Man, it's interesting because my family, my wife, my two kids, we're all in this industry. You know what I mean? And we're booking things together. You know, and it's you know, you gotta sit around predominantly white people, and kids sometimes want to act up. You want to be like, do I got to be, Richard Neville? Do I got to be daddy? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, if you,
Front of company.
yeah, if you say one more word to this PA, have me looking, I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I had to tell my daughter? I looked her right in her face, messed up the whole shoot. The whole day she was just scared. She was just looking like my daddy probably gonna hit me when we get home. You know what I mean?
She kept looking
Messed up
off
the-
camera.
Yeah, she kept looking off camera. I said, damn, I shouldn't have been daddy in that moment. I should have been Richard. I'm like, it's fine, honey. Let's just get through the shoot.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a different part of leaving the house when you in the industry. It's like it's hard enough getting your kids ready to go to just school, but
Right.
Yeah.
you got to be like, you got your books, you got your lines.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You got what you gonna do and you blocking.
Yeah. It is, man.
That's an extra applaud for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the acting coach, you know what I mean, and I'm also the dad, and I'm also the Uber driver.
yep.
I'm the chef, you know. So I wear a lot of hats in the house, man.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
ever get
tired.
offended when y'all go over it at home and you're like, yeah, this is gonna kill when you do it this way, and then they do it and the director's like, nah, don't do
Nah,
it
we didn't
that
like
way.
yeah. I stopped giving them directions a while ago. I'm like, just listen to what the director's telling you to do, and you know, if they like it, they like it.
Right.
There's been plenty of times I did that, and they just like, who you made that choice? Like, I don't.
They look over to you.
Why'd you do that?
wrong.
Why'd you do that?
Right? Yeah.
Looking
They
at
look
you
right at
off
me.
camera. Look.
I'm like, don't look at me.
It was just something I thought I would try.
But you just say, I said, if you get jammed up, don't mention my name. That's what I tell them. Yeah.
But
mention me?
dad said.
But Dad said.
Dad said.
And kids be quick to do that, too. When my
But
dad
they-
said, like, hey, man.
Well, Dad, you know what I'm saying? Because they want the heat off them. I
Right.
didn't just choose this.
Right.
Dad said.
And kids are natural snitches. They're just
At their
yeah.
core.
snitching is bred in the kid.
I don't know why I developed a non-snitching
As a
mentality
kid?
early. Probably because I'm the youngest.
I was like,
maybe.
you got them brothers.
And then, once you tell and then you see the ramifications,
Yeah.
you go, oh, I ain't
It's
know
a
all that was
lonely
gonna
house
happen.
when you tell.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, man, it just don't sit right in your
But
spirit.
the coldest part is everybody told at one point, but they just didn't tell in that instance. You the one that just told, so now you got to sit by yourself, and everybody
Man.
looking at you like,
Right.
you got us whooped. You know what I mean?
And I used to take whoopings, because my brother would set me up.
Yeah.
He'd be like, Tony, man, turn the radio on. We supposed to be asleep. so we can listen to Dr. Demento. I was like, all right. I turned it on, but he preset the volume to where it was going to blast off.
Wow.
Oh, that's whack.
I turned it on. He had to. I don't know if he did it intentionally, but it was louder than it's ever been.
Right.
I went over there, and I'm fumbling with the, and you know, I couldn't get the music off in time. Pops came in there quick. Came in belt first.
That's whack.
If he intentionally did that, your brother's a villain. That was the origin story right there.
I'm going to ask him again tonight because I was like, man, did you know the volume was
He was
up?
a villain.
Because it was
That's
perfect.
villainous.
It ain't never been that loud.
But he might have been bumping it earlier.
Nah,
you know?
man.
He might have been bumping it earlier and he forgot to
And
turn
then
it
why
down.
he had me do it?
But bro, you ever get in the car and you forgot to turn the music down and it just kind of gets you by surprise?
Almost definitely. I do it all the
It could have
time.
been the same.
It could have been.
It could have been the
It
same.
could have been. I think he set me up. Because it was maxed out. My dad came in there quick. I'm like,
Yeah, clack.
I'm laughing y'all were listening to the radio when y'all could have cut the TV on, put the little blanket under the door so the light don't go out.
But they're in their
no,
room.
this was you know, we could do the radio low because you know the TV you're gonna see the light.
It's like, that's
Underneath.
Man. I was like, damn, I haven't listened to a radio show. You said Dr. Demento.
Yeah, this is the '80s, man.
That
You know what
sounds
I'm saying?
amazing. Y'all had your
This
little
is Saturday
popcorn
night.
that y'all
It was
shook
real
over the
silly.
things, the little metal one
Yep.
over the heat.
They used to play clips of like comedians, George Carlin to be on there. That was my intro to him. Was on that show. They would play like clips, and I'd be listening. We'd be in there. We're supposed to be asleep.
Step 11.
Stuff is funnier when you ain't supposed to be laughing.
Right.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
I hear anything come out of there, there's gonna be ramifications.
That make you up.
Oh man,
There have been
Everything.
times I walked up to the door and I heard the laugh and I just stayed outside. I was like, all right. It just hit me. I was like, oh.
You been there.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let y'all have that.
the
right
sniggling
there.
is we
You
call
ain't
it.
walk in and just be like, I beat y'all. And just
Nah,
make
I
them
just like-
scramble and then walk back out.
That was just like, all right, they ain't doing no dumb shit. They just, all right,
just having-
just
yeah,
leave
just
me the
having
fuck
fun.
alone right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
They just having fun.
How old
they
are your
know-
kids?
My son is 13 and my daughter is 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
And they got
so-
their own pajama line, right?
Yeah, they have pajama.
Yeah.
Well, it's not theirs. It's
Well,
ours.
yeah,
No,
you
I'm
got-
saying
you
they
know,
say something.
like,
No,
you know.
no, it's a kid's sleepwear. No, seriously. We did that about right at the start of the pandemic, I think. You know, everybody was coming up with these great
Right.
ideas, and I'm like, yo, just get a kid's sleepwear line. You know what I mean? And it's been doing really well.
That's
people
dope.
love it. Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah.
super dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was just something different. You know, we got the mommy and me too. You know, but I feel like I told my wife like let's do daddy and me. And she's like, man, don't.
But
Who mentioned me?
dad said,
But dad
but
said,
dad said,
And kids be quick to do that too. When my
they-
dad said, like, hey man,
well, dad, you know what I'm saying? Because they want the heat off them. You know, I
Right.
didn't just choose this.
Right.
Dad said,
and kids are natural snitches. They're just
at their
yeah.
core.
snitching is bred in the kid.
I don't know why I developed a non-snitching
As
mentality
a kid?
early. Probably because I'm the youngest.
I was like,
maybe.
you got them brothers.
And then, like, you know, once you tell and then you see the ramifications,
Yeah.
you be like, oh, I ain't
It's
know
a
all that was
lonely
gonna
house
happen.
when you tell.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, man, it just don't sit right in your
But
spirit.
the coldest part is everybody told at one point, but they just didn't tell in that instance. You the one that just told, so now you got to sit by yourself, and everybody
Man.
looking at you like
Right.
you got us whooped. You know what I mean?
And I used to take whoopings, you know, because my brother would set me up.
Yeah.
He'd be like, Tony, man, turn the radio on. You know, we supposed to be asleep. So we can listen to Dr. Demento. I was like, all right. I turned it on, but he preset the volume to where it was going to blast off.
Wow.
oh, that's whack.
I turned it on. He had to. I don't know if he did it intentionally, but it was
Right.
louder than it's ever been.
Right.
I went over there, and I'm fumbling with the, and you know, I couldn't get the music off in
Yeah.
time. Pops came in there quick. Came in belt first.
That's whack.
If he intentionally did that, your brother's a villain. That
But
was
I-
the origin story right there.
I'm gonna ask him again tonight because I was like, man, did you know the volume was
He was a
up?
villain.
Because it was
That's
perfect.
villainous.
It ain't never been that loud.
But he might have been bumping it earlier.
Nah,
you know?
man.
He might have been bumping it earlier and he forgot to
And
turn
then
it
why
down.
he had me do it?
But bro, you ever get in the car and you forgot to turn the music down and it just kind of gets you by surprise?
Almost definitely. I do it all the
It could have
time.
been the same.
It could have been.
It could have been the
It
same.
could have been. I think he set me up. Because it was maxed out. My dad came in there quick. I'm like,
Yeah, clack.
I'm laughing y'all were listening to the radio when y'all could have cut the TV on, put the little blanket under the door so the light don't go out.
But they're in their
no,
room.
this was you know, we could do the radio low because you know the TV you're gonna see the light.
Like, that's
Underneath.
Man. I was like, damn, I haven't listened to a radio show. You said Dr. Demento.
Yeah, this is the 80s, man.
That
You know what
sounds
I'm saying?
amazing. Y'all had your
This
little
the
popcorn
Saturday
that
night.
y'all
It
shook
was real
over the
silly.
thing, the little metal one
Yep.
over the heat.
They used to play clips of like comedians, George Carlin be on there. That was my intro to him,
man.
was on that show. They would play like clips and I'd be listening. We'd be in there, we're supposed to be asleep.
Step left.
Stuff is funnier when you ain't supposed to be laughing.
Right.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
I hear anything come out of there, there's gonna be ramifications.
That make you up.
Oh man.
There have been
Everything.
times I walked up to the door and I heard the laugh and I just stayed outside. I was like, all right. It just hit me. I was like, oh.
You been there.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let y'all have that.
The
right
sniggling,
there.
as we
You
call
ain't
it.
walk in and just be like, I beat y'all, and just
Nah,
make
I
them
just like-
scramble and then walk back out.
That was just like, all right, they ain't doing no dumb shit.
Yeah.
They just, all right,
They just having
just
yeah.
leave me the fuck alone right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
They just having fun.
Yeah,
How
they
old are
know-
your kids?
My son is 13 and my daughter is 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
And they got their own pajama line, right?
Yeah, they have pajamas.
Yeah.
Well, it's not theirs. It's
Well,
ours.
yeah,
No,
you
I'm
got-
saying,
you
they
know,
something.
like,
No,
you know.
no, it's a kid's sleepwear. No, seriously. We did that about right at the start of the pandemic, I think. You know, everybody was coming up with these great
Right.
ideas, and I'm like, yo, just get a kid's sleepwear line. You know what I mean? And it's been doing really well.
That's
people
dope.
love it. Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah.
super dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was just something different. You know, we got the mommy and me too. You know, but I feel like I told my wife like let's do daddy and me. And she's like man, don't really sleep in pajamas. when they
Nope.
go. I'm like no,
Hoop
we
shorts.
Don't. We don't. Yeah, hoop
They be
shorts.
hoop shorts,
Yeah.
tank
Hold on,
top.
wait. I'd be in pajamas.
Craig,
Y'all be
what?
living
You would.
different.
Craig being
You be
pajamas.
having the
Yeah, I got the little short set silk. What you
Oh,
mean?
nah.
I mean, you go to bed in there, or you wear it around the house before you go to bed. See, there's a difference. You actually sleep in that.
Nah.
See, no one see.
No, I don't sleep in it, but I wear it
So you
around.
got
wear it,
house
wear it.
clothes. You
No,
wear
it's sleepwear. I just don't wear clothes in the bed because I think it's dirty. But
So you just get naked in bed and you sleep.
I insinuated that, but before you thigh tap me,
Correct.
yeah.
Don't go out.
Chaz be like, mess with you butt ass nigga. Big ready.
I can't sleep naked.
I can't
I can't
either,
sleep
bro.
naked,
It's
man.
uncomfortable.
I can't do
I
it.
poo it. They call it Winnie. I have a shirt on, no bottom.
That don't even
I
make
can't.
sense.
Why?
Why are you bottomless?
Shirts are way more uncomfortable.
I can see the bottom, no top.
Craig.
Right.
because if
Craig
I
ass
sweat,
is out.
if I sweat at night,
And do you sleep
I
on your
get a
side
chest
with just your
cold.
butt cheeks?
Craig get a breeze, a blanket blows.
Just Craig
straight
ass.
poo.
Craig like the breeze in his crack. You put the fan right on it.
Bottomless.
I would have understood if he said I sleep in my drawers. I get that.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
But
I sleep in my drawers.
bottomless.
Yeah.
I get chest cold.
That's
I
hilarious.
get chest
You got a
cold.
Cosby
That's
sweater
hilarious.
on.
I
No
Winnie the
bottom.
Pooh it. They call
Craig
it poo
sleeps
in
like
it.
a toddler.
See, 'cause that's my grandmother used to make us sleep like that back in the day. We was little. You used to have a like long ass shirt and you had like no
Oh.
underwear underneath.
Right,
and they put
right.
Vaseline all over your body.
Right,
No, I
right.
got a
remember
form-fitting
Full
shirt on.
nightgown.
You got a
T-shirt
form
nightgown.
fit, yeah, nightgown,
Got a
right?
form-fitting shirt
You got a
on.
form fitted shirt with no bottom.
And
That's
my slippers
hilarious.
on the edge of the bed.
You sleep like a thought.
No panties on.
like
a house
like
guest,
like
yeah.
a chick in Vegas.
No
Like,
panties on. Just the top.
See
no
something
bottom.
you like,
like
Daddy?
a thought in Vegas.
yeah.
That borrowed a t-shirt.
Oh yeah. What are you
That's
doing?
funny.
That's mad funny.
Yeah.
Out
That's
here,
my
no
comfort
bottoms.
zone.
Man, Craig wants you to come out the bathroom like, damn, she know what he doing. You try to do over there. You ain't sleep.
So I be hinting like, hey, you might want to wake me up somehow, some way.
You be doing the small spoon scooting back.
But so how old is your kids? Yeah.
My youngest is 17. I got a college graduate,
He don't know
college
the age.
junior.
This we start losing.
I got a
track.
college
No,
graduate.
like 23,
graduate.
22.
Okay.
so
I know about what
19,
they do.
17.
Older than
Okay,
that.
so, and I think that's a part too why I don't want to sleep naked too, because I got my kids 10 and 13. They still in the house. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want them to ever come in the room and. You know,
That's also why you have the shirt on. So when they bust in,
You
you like,
pull the
oh,
shirt
what's
down,
up? No, you just pull the blankets up. Like, what's up? It looked like you're fully dressed.
Craig just
They don't
stick-
know.
Craig just sticking out the blanket. What's up, man? What's up?
I see your sack piece. The left one.
I see your erection, Dad.
But you standing up, they come in, you looking like Marilyn Monroe, like,
Pull it down in the middle.
they caught me.
That's why I don't sleep naked. One, it's just uncomfortable. Like I
Yeah.
feel like when the balls and shaft, they ain't got no.
Yeah,
It's just all over
I
the
gotta
place. But
contain
two, the
them.
kids, like
Right.
in an emergency, like okay, when the last big earthquake we had,
You and your loose loins.
when you had to
Talking about
jump,
they
I had to jump up.
Right.
and go to the kids' room, and I'm butt ass naked. And I was like, I can't be. You know, they got bunk beds. They didn't sign up.
Oh, man.
They didn't sign up for that. It's for the kids. You all right? And it's just,
You all right, buddy? Hold on, I'm checking on your brother.
The youngest one definitely always has
And he's on the
top.
bottom. He didn't sign up for that. Kendrick didn't ask for
Oh, let me put my foot on your bed. Dad.
Because as a kid, you always remember the nudity.
Right.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
remember? I remember my step grandmother came in one time, middle of the night, man, and I wake up. She was in there fussing at somebody on the top bunk, no shirt on. I
Oh,
was like,
titties out. Oh,
You
titties out.
woke up to those. I was like, man, we out here.
I was having a discussion with someone about that. When is your son too old to see you naked? Because some of the women or men let their kids see them naked up until they're like 7, 8, 9.
Well, they got when they can start remembering shit, like 2, 3, bro. That's when the memories 3. Is that when like memories kick in?
No, you don't. I think
Ours
it's like.
stopped at what's that? That's where we
Right.
like, all right, clothes.
You start
got
asking
to
the
be
questions.
on.
though.
You ask, what's that?
So why?
I ain't
why
got
is
one
it-
of those. What's
Did they be
it?
comparing? Like,
Like with mine, you know, I got 2 boys, so it's different. But I had to talk with Cotty about being dressed and whatnot. Like, you in the bathroom, tell them to wait. Like, tell them, because they, you know, like you said, acting all kind of, and then they're goofy too. So, like, Kendrick bust in our room the other night. She thought they would sleep. She changing her clothes. He come in there because he got to pee. He's like, I see your nipples. And it's like, no.
But
Like,
then he'll take that outside to the
Right.
supermarket and be like, I see mommy's nipples. Like, what?
Oh, wait a minute.
and then when it come to me, like, you know, it's all boys, so I'll be like, whatever. But I tell them, you know, like, you know, your dad tell you, they bust in my room and be like, oh, I'm like, get the hell out of my room. Like,
Right,
why? I'm not
exactly.
moving because you want to
Exactly.
come in here. You don't want to see, get out.
Right. I think for me, if I got a daughter, so like I stopped. Maybe my daughter probably about like 5. Like I won't go in there where she was naked in the bath. I'm like, I just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for my son, I feel like now that he's getting older, he's a teen. Like I'll change, and I'm like, and then he come in. I'm like, boy, you got balls, and you know what I mean. You got the same.
It's a
thing.
gym
He's
locker
like,
room.
Yeah.
Right.
As they get older, I'm more comfortable. Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna change.
This
bro.
my
You
house.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. When he was younger, I wouldn't do it because I think the height thing to him, like,
Right.
looking dead into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that matters.
Yeah, that matters. You know, and I didn't want to. He'd be like, it ain't as big as yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't want to scar him. You know, but now I'm like, and he's still kind of like, hey, Dad, I'm like, man, get out my room then. Shit, it's my room. You want to see
Right.
these ass cheeks, boy?
I feel like, sincere, have you ever seen me naked? I feel like you never had. I feel like my kids have never seen me naked. I've always made sure to just be dressed.
My daughter's 2, man. She ain't never seen me naked.
Yeah.
I was like, never. I never wanted to have a memory.
Like, if I gotta change clothes, I just usually go hide and change, and then,
yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
because you know, it's barely shirtless. Because you know, Sincere used to ask the hard hitting questions. Like, he used to just be looking like, you know, why it comes out on the side? Talking about the love handles.
Yeah, you know what my daughter did? It was hilarious though. But she's been doing this thing where I was sitting on the chair chilling, and she's playing with my belly, and she's tapping it. She's like, "Your belly's so big."
Oh shit.
I was like, "Where did this voice come?" And she's just like, "Papa, belly's so big."
That's from the heart.
She moving this shit back and forth.
Kids will
I'm
give
like,
you
what
an
a
eating
voice.
disorder.
Yeah.
I don't be naked in front of them, but I'll be in my like if I'm getting dressed, like if I'm rushing, I'm like, I don't care if I'm in my drawers. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But the full naked, I just don't like he said the
Yeah.
eye line and I'm like, you don't need this.
Like
man.
I'm not holding a whole conversation with my son naked. If
Nah.
I'm in there putting my drawers, he come in. I'm like, bro, like I'm not close it over, bro. I'm like, bro, what's
it's
up?
your
You know what I
fault, bro.
mean? And it's,
Yeah.
but my daughter has never seen me naked.
Yeah,
I think
I
she
get that.
almost did, just a few weeks ago. Boy, my heart almost stopped. I
Oh,
was
man.
butt naked. I know she was in the room. I was coming out with luck. My wife had the cover over. She was playing with it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, man, she would have saw. I had water still glistening off my body. I'm like, I don't want to see my baby. See
She'd
me
have been
like
in therapy
this.
the next day.
You know what I
Man.
mean? And my heart dropped. I heard he heard her laugh. I was like, oh my God, I'm caught.
That was a close call.
That was a close call. I didn't
Man.
ever want my daughter to see me naked. That'd be odd for me.
I'd have left as a father. I'd be like, my dad left after that.
Yeah, I had to step back
Couldn't
at 6.
face you after that.
Like,
When
right-
Steve came.
Right now, I wouldn't want my son to see see me naked. He's like at that age where he's like 17, about to be a man. I'm like, what if his dick is bigger than mine? Is he gonna treat me the same?
Well, he can see whenever he wants,
me?
Craig. He just come in and peep it at night while you're sleeping.
But then that would be weird.
Let me go compare to Dad real quick.
If I woke up to my son looking under the that'd be weird, Chaz.
I had to know.
I had to know.
And then
I had to
I'm
know
king
Craig.
of this house now.
Just
Right,
call me
exactly.
by my first name.
That's how you know which one was bigger, bro. What he call you after you
All right, good night, Craig.
Hey, Craig, put some
Hey,
drawers
Craig,
on.
man, you taking me to practice? Craig, man, wake up, man. Practice. Man, his son is a giant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
when you
6'8".
told me he was wearing a 10 in the 4th grade.
Yeah,
I wear a 10 now.
Right.
He's 6'8" now, 17. He's
6'8".
wow. It's not me. Everybody always look. Wow, why?
Y'all tall over there.
You sure?
Your side of the family
You're not
tall.
short though.
But
6'8".
when 6'8", everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Is he yours?" It's like, somehow it happened.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yours,
How it
I honestly
rhymes.
can understand. Your family's taller, and you know if his mother's tall, I get that. It's some people though I don't like. Mitch's kids, I'm like,
Yeah.
why do they look like this?
They both short.
Mitch's kids are so tall,
So
and I'm
tall.
like, how did this happen?
They look just like him.
They look
Otherwise,
dead
you be
on.
like,
dead on.
you be like, nah,
Dead
fam. You gotta talk to the missus, bro. But they look just like that cat.
That's funny.
Man, 6'8", bro. That's huge.
That's a
Does he
He
try
probably
to?
still got some growth in there.
Heck,
coming.
he's
Would you get to
17?
19? You stopped? 20?
I feel like it's
21?
I feel like I
20-something.
stopped after high school.
I stopped at 14. It was awful, guys. It's trash.
14, that was the max.
luckily
out.
for me, I stopped at 23. Thank God.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah?
I stopped at 23.
Oh, 23. Wow.
And usually with the Wayans, we get a late growth spurt. Like I was 5'6" until senior year, and then I hit 6 feet. So I'm like, if he has a growth spurt this year, it's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
wild.
that's what I'm banking on that for Kendrick because mine was late too. Like 10th grade, I think I was like 5. I was short. Like the girls was still giving me hugs. I was like, ooh, boobs. And then junior and senior year, I remember I grew and started gaining weight because I think I was like 120 pounds as a sophomore, and then I started growing. So I'm hoping Kendrick grow late because he's a little.
I remember
stunky
turning
ass.
21 and
Yeah.
being like, it's not happening.
Trying to get your mutant power.
So your
not
son,
it.
he's been taller than you for some time now, right?
Since 6th grade.
Since 6th grade. And at that point, I know he had to feel like he could take you because he was taller, right?
I don't let him do the little things. I recognize everything, like the picture with the arm on your shoulder. Nah, get your arm off my shoulder.
Yeah,
I'm
trying
like-
to love bro with my little dude right here.
him sitting in my chair. I'm like, get out my chair. I
Right.
just get a little extra with the little things.
You gotta do that. That's fair.
Yeah.
He's bigger. I
Yeah.
get it.
You gotta do that.
Yeah.
Lifting weights, I have to lift 5 pounds more than them
Right.
4 more reps.
You gotta beat him.
Yeah.
You gotta do that.
What if he took a picture with both his hands on your shoulder?
Over the side.
on my head like this. He tries it.
Like,
I'm like, delete that.
Man, pop.
So let me ask you a question. Do your kids, because you have a daughter and a son, do they like fight like that? Do they? Yeah.
Oh, they fight all like a married couple, like an old
You said
married
your son's
couple.
13.
13,
Daughter's 10.
10, yes. And it's just like, and it's, you try to be, I'm always trying to be the mediator. I'm like, well, do it this way, don't do it that way. I stop being mean to her and stop being mean to him. But then it's like, sometimes they could just be so mean to each other for like no good reason. Like my son was like, walked in my daughter's room, she was like, leave. Like just, leave. And
Out
I'm
the
like,
gate.
he didn't even say anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why you treat him like that? But then she'll be like, hey, brother, like, hey, she try to give him a hug. He'd be like, oh, no, don't touch me. Like, he be pushing her head away. And I'm like, damn, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? So I just let him have it out.
Right.
My wife be mad at me like, you ain't going to say, no, I've been saying shit for the last 8 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything else. Let them have it. I don't care no more. You know what I mean? They just act like if they kill each other, fine. One less mouth to feed. Something like it's fine. Like, I'm okay with it at this point.
I've
Yeah.
always wondered that because I had all brothers. I
Yeah.
have sons. So the fighting shit is normal.
Nah,
Like, they
they
had a
fight.
silent fight like on other guys.
Oh, yeah. I
Because
remember.
I was watching my cousin's baby yesterday, and she was asleep on the couch. So I told them, keep it down. You know what I mean? So they respectful kids.
Yeah.
So I'm washing dishes, and I look up, and they was like, they having a full on fight, but they whisper. So I'm mad, but it was so funny.
They followed the rules.
I was like, and then they woke her up. I was like, y'all
Oh,
need to be
never
waking
mind.
her up. But internally,
Yeah.
I wanted to die because all I hear is
The silent scope.
Like a bunch of midgets tap dancing.
Right.
Man.
That's hilarious.
And yours were how far apart?
2
Because
years.
I'm
Each
sure
one of them are like 2
Sage
years.
and Sky fought, right?
Oh, non-stop. But that's
Yeah.
just because Sage was getting taller. So he challenges Sky all the time. And Sky doesn't realize that now he's past the 18-year-old mark. So, like, you're an adult. You can't fight your little brother anymore.
Right.
You have to find another way. But it's still there.
How far apart are they?
7 years?
Oh,
They're 7 years apart.
Oh, that's a huge.
I thought that was
gap.
close.
Sky
What's
should be
23
lighting them
and
up, man.
17?
The grown man strength at that point.
6
That's a
years.
huge
Yeah.
gap.
I don't care
right
how
there.
tall you
I'm not
look.
good with math. 6 years?
Maybe because he was always so tall, I thought they was closer.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I thought they were like 2 years apart.
And that it shows in his respect because when he was younger, I was like, hey, when y'all younger, that's cool if you put hands on him a little bit. But now you over 18, you should have got that respect when he was younger.
All right. Yeah, you supposed to beat him down, dog.
Especially now, I'm like, he might run in the room and call the cops on you. that's the new thing.
Yeah.
That's
Sincere, y'all was fighting?
Just arguing.
No fights?
Just arguing.
Fisticuffs?
Yeah, like, or I might have, like, we would punch, but it would be like a big deal.
Yeah.
It would be like
Right.
a big deal.
Big deal.
Because Serene would try to get under Cecilia's skin about, like, you know, especially like a video game situation or something like that. And Cecilia be getting hot. And then, you know, I could tell Serene trying to press the buttons. You'd be like, man, you know, and as a parent, you know, you don't like to see the fights.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
yeah.
oh, man, don't be mean. You
Right,
know,
right.
That's your guy, you know.
Exactly.
For me, especially, like, you know, all right, man, enough.
Right.
But, like, you know, it just comes with the sibling territory.
Right.
I'll
Right.
just
Man,
be
me
like,
and Marlon, we played a video game. He'd be under my skin. I just cut it off in the middle. I was that kid. Just cut it off.
Oh,
Then we'd have to take the elevator ride, which means we get in the elevator, go from the 5th floor down, and we just fight till it gets to the bottom floor.
wow.
And then it's over.
Because y'all the same age, right?
No, he got me by 4.5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just heavier than him. So he was like, we the same weight. I was like, all right.
same weight class.
We can
man.
box, huh?
Yeah. It's all about the weight class.
Right.
But I think nowadays, kids fight more because of like they're super impatient. You know what I mean? Because they get everything so quick now. Like their patience are like my son and my daughter. It's just the small. It don't even build up. It's just like and they just on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like when we were kids, we had a little more patience because shit was just slower.
We didn't.
You
We
know?
didn't have shit.
We exactly.
Yeah, there was nothing to load.
Yeah, they don't have like their attention span is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the download, but it's also they got little shorthands to how they could irritate each other. Like
Yeah.
where we don't see it. They be like,
Right.
you don't see what he doing. He
Right.
doing
Yeah.
this. You be like, what? He doing this.
Mine already know. They're only 3 and 5, but they know how to piss each other off.
Yeah.
And I watch them do it because sometimes I'll just peek down from the stairs and I watch him. I'll hear them like stop, stop, stop. Kendrick knows Keelan don't like being followed when
Oh.
he's
I can respect
and
it.
so he'll just follow him around until he gets mad and then
Oh,
fisticuffs.
come on, man.
And then Keelan will do stuff like he knows when Kendrick's in his modes by himself, don't bother him. He'll bother him on purpose.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting next to him, but he don't want that. And so I'm like, I'm trying to, you know, like you said, we don't like the kids to fight.
Right.
But at the same time, lately I've been like, y'all work it out. Even though they're only 3 and 5, I'm like, y'all got to figure it out. man,
Exactly.
because I can't keep coming down here every 5 seconds because y'all doing goofy
Exactly.
shit.
Right.
Or I'm going to take all of it away.
Exactly.
Like yesterday when they was fighting, the fisticuff, the silent fight was over a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Keelan's big thing is he won't scoot or he won't move. That's his thing. So they was scrapping. And I said, well, how about nobody sit there? So you're going to sit on that side. And then they both was just like, but like, who cares about, like, I'm done with this spot. So nobody's sitting there. Y'all sit somewhere else. And they
Yeah.
was just like,
I also try to
Alright.
punish the one that says, but I'm not doing nothing. You be like,
you the one that
doing
doing it.
something.
You the one that doing it.
You doing
You the
something.
one. I didn't even. They the shoulders get a bloody.
right.
Yeah.
they ain't know what you did.
I didn't
You
say
know what
nothing.
you did.
He just went off.
Right. They just mad
That's
for no
'cause
reason, huh?
You've been building it up for the past 2 hours.
Right. And I've given Keelan, you know, freedom to, you know, they older now. I'm like, hit him back.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick was getting real loose. Like, he'd just fire on him. And Keelan looking at me like, can I? You know, when you older, it's like, don't hit your brother, don't hit your
Right,
brother. But
right.
now, you know, Kendrick 4 next month, I'm like, hey,
Right.
man.
And you know, that's this interesting because I got a boy and a girl. My boy is older, and sometimes my daughter, she can just hit him. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, don't hit your sister. Don't hit your sister. I kind of told him, don't hit your sister. But one day he caught her. Boom. I was like, I told her, I didn't say nothing. I said, see? I said, let this be a lesson. You know what I mean? Let this be a lesson because you're going to date a man one day. You know what I mean? You don't put your hands on no man, and he shouldn't put his hands on you. But I'm like, if you hit a man, he hit you back. You got to expect it coming.
Right.
You see
Now
what I'm
daddy
saying?
got to go to jail.
Now I got to go. Now I'm still gonna go whoop on him, but now I got to be in jail because you want to hit somebody. Not really because what he did. It's all based on what you did.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I try to teach them young. I don't believe in that. Women, you should never hit a woman. I think a woman should never hit a man either. You know what I mean?
People
I
should be
feel like
hitting.
you got a right to defend yourself.
You got a right.
And I know hitting back is instinctual.
It is. It's very instinctual.
It's like
very.
you get popped, you might just swing on anybody.
Exactly. You're not
male or
losing because
female.
it's self-defense at that point. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I'm in attack mode now. And that's why I try to tell her, like, you can't always expect your brother to be like, I'm your big brother. I'm bigger than you. Like, he's like, no, you can't. You hurt him. You hit him in the face. He's hurting. He want to hurt you back.
Right.
Yeah, he want to hurt you back.
Sometimes it's just natural reaction.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It
Oh,
is.
yeah, he had enough.
But I try to teach.
He was like, that's it. That's
But she's never hit him again, so it worked. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
lesson.
saying?
Lesson learned.
It's lesson learned.
I try to teach the kids the house isn't the world. Like the stuff that we do in the house, in the world, is not like that. You can hit somebody here and it's fine, but in the real world, you don't know what they're going through or what they might do. So let's learn it here before we get out there.
Right. Exactly.
Taking it to the streets.
I only have the one, man. That's why I like having one right now.
Man, get another
It's
one,
peaceful,
Chaz.
man.
Do you want another one?
Somebody respect
No,
you,
you
Chaz.
don't.
No,
Why-
we're good. The wife don't either. We're good here.
I think a lot
Oh,
of,
she done?
Oh, yo doesn't. Yo's more big. I'm like, well, we should wait to see how you feel. She's like, no.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh, yo,
That's settled.
she's way more against it than I am.
You don't want a
Oh,
little
that's
Chasman
interesting.
Jr.?
All right.
I want a little nigga running around.
Little Chaz Daniel?
Why you gotta be a little nigga?
I don't want a little nigga running around. Man.
I feel like when you said that, you was looking at these like, let me tell you something.
Oh, the baby's
Run around in my house.
His Republican shades.
Them on a baby?
Wait, so do you feel like because you don't your child doesn't have a sibling, you have to show your daughter more energy now? Like you have to.
Well, we play a lot. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm her main source of play, but she's also really good by herself. Like I can leave.
Cereal box.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. But no, she's so great by herself. She'll just play and play and play, and then if I walk by, then she'll be like, "Play toys with me," you know. And then I'm like, "Yo, let me hop in."
Yeah.
But I try not to ever tell her no. But I'm always like, I'm like, well, Papa got to work, or I'll play for you for a few minutes and I got to work. But right now she's understanding about a lot of that stuff. But who knows when she gets older?
How old is she?
She'll be 3 in November.
Oh, see, yeah, she's okay.
Yeah.
You gonna get sick of
She
it.
gonna start asking
Exactly.
for it. Like,
Right.
but she has cousins or
She got cousins. They're not like next to us, And then like right now, my nephew's in town, so he's 12, 14, 13.
Oh, yeah.
She been bothering the shit out of
Oh,
him,
I
which has
bet.
been great. So then I go like, well, one hand I get it, but he's older.
right.
He's another set of hands. He's damn near an adult.
Oh, so
Right,
she got the second remote right now that's not plugged in.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. She's playing.
That's the go-to.
That's the go-to.
But even I'll let her play the Switch or something. I'm like, yeah, just go crash into shit.
right.
You know
Go
what I
crazy.
mean?
Go
Like,
crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
When did your kids you realize you couldn't do that with your kids no more? What age did they feel like, yo,
Right now.
like
Yeah, 'cause
yo,
they-
like three,
Mine,
three,
no,
like,
they 3 and 5. Because they figured out. First of all, I didn't even know we had it. Did you know? Like when you have a Fire Stick, they have
Yeah.
games on there.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Apple
yeah.
TV
They found
does.
because Keelan runs the
do that?
remote now. I don't run the remote anymore. Like they do. I'll just come down and he knows how to find Disney, Netflix, Hulu.
Right,
like,
right, right.
So I come down and I see the Batman obstacle course. Then they driving, and I was like, y'all watching video games again?
Right.
He's like, nah, we playing. I look over and so I was like, give me the remote. Let me see. And I was like, oh, y'all playing? I was like, how'd you find this? And he was in the Cartoon Network app, went to another app, found the game. He down. So they do all that.
Oh
and I
yeah,
was
you
like,
definitely not fooling.
So
them.
they
No.
damn sure
Yeah,
scroll
he
past the
definitely not
porn.
fooling them.
We don't have
They
none of
found
that.
the video game. They've been searching.
But Izzy too, yo. Izzy works the entire TV. She
Yeah.
goes like, I know these people are on this app. I know these people are on that app. And I'm like, God damn, dog. That. She
they-
goes to Netflix with JoJo and shit. And then
They're-
she wants to watch these kids, Wendy and Emma. She'll go find this Kid Doodle app. And
Do they get mad at you if you don't? Does she get mad at you if you don't know? Like, could they know it better than you do?
Oh yeah,
So
I'll
if
say
you
their
do it
names wrong. I'll
Yeah.
say their names wrong. I'll be like, oh, is that Emma? She's like, it's Jenny.
Not the.
I'll be like, hey, all that extra. My daughter, bro, she's super like, and that's my mom and my wife who always do the hugs, right? For whatever it is, it was like, man, my daughter, I'm like, hey, can you put this in the trash? I'm like, hey, man, you don't me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Chill.
Like, you can whoever you want out here. Don't me. I don't like the I don't like the the eye rolling on her.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh, you can't do that to my grandmother growing
Man,
up.
and I tell my
What
mom.
was the line? When you roll your eyes, was it don't make me knock them?
something like that.
Yeah.
And you used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you sucking your teeth that.
Yeah.
You sucking your teeth that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know what sucking teeth was.
Right.
I got hit in the mouth. I can't do that no
so
more.
don't do
Man.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
just the things that she picks up on in the like fucking vocabulary, bro.
Right.
So she said like ridiculousness, or she said something like that's ridiculous. I was like,
Oh,
yo,
wow.
what the fuck? You been watching?
Right.
I know, right?
Because these kids have so much access to like just I mean they have literally the world.
It's 24 hours, bro. That's the
Absolutely.
difference. We had an
didn't have
hour
that.
of Sesame Street. We had like an
Yeah.
hour. They got 24
They're
hours.
super
Our
of-
stuff cut off back in the day.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
TV
You want
turned
to see
off.
cartoons? You got till 4 o'clock.
Exactly.
You
It's
gotta
over
get home
with.
fast.
It's over
They
with.
pick
You
up
got to
a
wait
lot.
till Saturday.
They
Right.
pick
And they're,
up a
then
lot.
they're intelligent, man.
Yeah,
'Cause-
man.
They're very
and they're not
intelligent.
just. It ain't like they just watch BS too. Like I'll
No.
catch my kids watching, playing the educational games and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff, like on their iPads and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm just going through my letters." Just a
Yeah.
3-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be like, "A for apple," like blah. So they're smart.
Yeah,
They're really smart.
My niece knew about how to tint windows when she was 6. She watched YouTube videos on how to tint windows. I don't know why she thought that was amazing. But she knew
Like this.
I pulled up. She's like, "Is that 15% on the windows?" I'm like, "What?"
Should have jumped in on the cigarette.
Yeah,
Squirting the little
You
bottle.
know about the tint?
Yeah, she knew about the tint. She said, "You got on the windshield too."
She was like, hey, pop the hood on. Let me
That's
hop
funny.
under here.
Yeah, she
Pulled
was
out
she
the
was like 6 or
X-Acto
7.
knife.
I'm like, "What around?"
She said, "This is a problem right here. You got."
Yeah, like, why this is the
You ain't
place.
got no tint in the front. That's why it's
this
so
is why
hot
the
in the
leather's
dash.
hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, you get 20% up here. They won't. It's not against the law. I'm like, this is crazy.
She
And
breaking down
knew
the
this,
laws.
though.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, she did.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
What they
that's
watch,
crazy.
bro? What they watch?
What they
bro?
watch? Yeah,
Watch.
that entertained her. 10 on Windows. I didn't get it, but she did.
That's all they do
That's
though.
dope.
Like,
I
yeah.
love the random interests.
Yeah,
I love
right.
that.
Yeah.
What you watch? Oh, just trains. You
Yeah.
know, the caboose though. Just the caboose. You into that? Yeah.
I had to dumb my nephew down a little bit. I was like, we got to get rid of this Pepper Potts. Come watch this Tom and Jerry. Yeah, get on what
Peppa
I
Pig
went
and
through.
shit.
Let's knock some people in the head with stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Some
It
good
was
old
simple.
laughter.
Dropping Anvil from 100
Yeah.
yards up, and he still be
Wile E.
all right.
Coyote was ordering mad stuff from Acme, man.
How much money did he
He
have?
had bread.
He had
was like,
Amazon money, bro. He was
delivered.
That's
He
why-
was a
Hey,
Jeff
Acme-
Bezos Looney
Yep.
Tunes.
Acme was that first
Acme
Amazon,
was
bro.
the first
Man.
Amazon. He was always.
He had to have a
rocket
deal
shit.
with them or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
He
we
was
need,
he was
we need
sponsored.
these shows with no messages. That's what I teach my nephew. Come on, get this.
They still like that stuff though. Like my kids watch some alien show on Netflix. There's no words. They be like, "What?" That's how they
That is.
think. And kids will laugh at anything with butts.
Yeah.
Kids are like butt cheeks.
Butt is
My
hilarious,
nieces
bro.
and nephews, my kids. I mean, our listeners know about my kids with the butt cheeks. But anything with the butt, like there's a part in Minions where the minion take his and squeeze his cheeks. These kids think that's the funniest. Butts. Kids love butts.
You ever watch
They
Teen
do.
Titans Go?
Yeah.
A lot of butt jokes.
Lot of
man.
butt.
You know what?
A lot of butt jokes.
I like Teen Titans Go.
It's
I watch that with
funny,
my
bro.
kids. Teen Titans Go is hilarious.
I hated it at
Show.
first, and then I
Yeah.
was like, I love Teen Titans. What did they do to this? And I was like, yeah, that's
It's
pretty
good,
funny.
man. I saw the
It's
movie
funny,
in theaters.
yeah.
I did too.
I
I did
too.
too.
Right there.
Yeah.
They got a show coming out too on like TBS or something.
Oh,
like,
really?
They're doing, but it's
Live action.
real people. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's
okay.
on HBO right now.
HBO.
Okay.
I heard-
Yeah,
it,
it's
look,
coming-
it looked good.
Wait,
It's dope.
Teen Titans Go.
So, no,
live
no,
action?
no,
Teen
I'm
Titans.
talking about
There's
Titans.
Titans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
Titans.
watched. Yeah, I
Yeah.
started watching that.
Yeah.
It's good.
The Titans is dope.
So far, so good.
I'm trying to.
Any butt cheeks?
No.
said no.
This is more adult for
No,
sure.
no.
Yeah,
A lot of
they be
murder
locked
and
up
violence.
with butt cheeks and dope
Butt
butt
cheeks never go out of style though. in terms of interest and we still be laughing at butt cheeks. Or
Yeah.
we say it.
Farts still get laughs, bro.
Oh, farts still get laughed.
Yeah, nobody still laugh at the farts and shit. I ain't gonna lie. You know,
We just laughed at the visual of Craig sleeping. Just the
Oh, man.
visual of his butt
Booty
cheeks
out.
out. It was funny.
him lay on his stomach and his shirt pop up.
Man,
My nephew came in and was like, knock, knock. I was like, who's there? Remember, I laughed so hard, bro. I said, man, that's the funniest shit I've heard.
walked off on that.
Oh,
He said, well,
He walked off
off.
on that. He was like, yeah, got him.
think about shows. My son is he's heavy into anime. I tried watching it with him. I didn't watch anime as a kid, and I'm just like,
welcome to the world.
nah.
Anime
I saw the hat.
Anime is tough. Like initially, like I got put onto it like the late '80s, I think. Fist of the North Star might have been the first one I ever seen. And
Speed
then
Racer.
Black Magic. Oh, Speed Racer.
Does that count?
Yeah.
That counts as
Oh,
anime.
I watched that.
Speed
I
Racer
Speed
was
Racer.
Speed because my
That
brother
is
used
an
to love
anime.
Speed Racer, but I thought the animation and the way they were talking, I was like, man, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Why'd you love this? You know?
Yeah.
And so when I started seeing the more grittier anime, Fist of the North Star, when the heads was exploding,
Yeah.
he
Right,
just
right,
hit
right.
him one time,
Right.
and
They
then
were like,
Ninja
oh.
Scroll. I was
Yeah.
like, Ninja Scroll is my favorite anime of all time.
Yeah.
And so that
Akira.
type of stuff, I'm like, yo, this is super dope. But
Right.
it's so many anime.
There's so many.
It's so many.
It's a lot of them.
right-
I'll be
it's a
like,
lot
man,
right
turn
now.
this shit off.
I was into it when I was younger, and then when
Man.
my son turned around 13, I got back into it. That's when I gave him like Ninja Scroll because I was like, oh, he about the age of jerking off and stuff. Go ahead,
Yeah.
jerk off to these little cartoon
Japanese.
titties. Go ahead, get in there, have a
Because
good
they be
time.
going
bro.
in on some of them animes.
Oh
man.
yeah, I
Full
know.
nudity
I know.
smash.
I saw my son. Wait, what is this?
Yeah.
I said, leave.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, lock the door.
Because some of them you be like, hey, dog, really, because and then my daughter's like, cartoon? Like, nah, you can't.
Nah,
This-
not,
yeah,
it's
this-
not
this-
really
this-
cartoon.
can't
It's
watch
cartoon
this
for
one.
me.
Yeah.
He watches a lot. He watches what was it Naruto? Naruto. Yeah, he watches that.
watch
And
it.
Is that this one? The
Grapple
Run?
Baki.
Yeah, well, they all run like that.
They all run like that.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing I know.
Yeah, I
It's
just
aerodynamically correct.
I just
if
be
you put
feeling
your
like they
hands-
just explains they explain a lot during the fight. Like, if I use that, how did he know that was
yeah.
coming?
Yeah.
If I do it this way, he'll know too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, he's gonna narrate the whole fight
Yeah.
before they fight.
It's
Like,
in their
that's
head.
what killing me.
But it all happens that fast in real life. It's all in their
Yeah,
head.
In real
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
us, they
It's all-
break down every move.
every move.
Don't
how
they
you
do
gonna
that in
block
Demon
it.
Slayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching that. He was having to
Yeah.
fight. Oh,
But I thought
Yeah.
about it. I kind of
Demon Slayer fire, bro.
I kind of used to. I used to like Pokemon. Is Pokemon considered?
that's anime.
Okay, so I remember at Nash you said the same thing. Like, if I use Thunderbolt, then he won't. So I'm like,
It saves on the budget.
If
If they drew all that stuff,
Right,
they're
right.
like, damn, we over budget. But if we
Right.
say, man, if I would have jump kicked you and did all this, nah, that wouldn't have worked.
makes sense.
What if people who fight though really do that? Like, you know how we're on stage, our brains are way ahead,
Right.
Oh,
of
yeah.
where
of
you
what
are.
we're actually doing, right?
Right.
So what if people who actually that's what they do?
But it was like
what
that.
if they do that?
It was like that when I wrestled, bro. Like you were like, okay, boom, boom, like it all happens that fast, but
Right.
you're just thinking that, or even like when somebody's hooping and you see like their lane is open.
yeah, you're a couple
Yeah,
plays
right,
ahead.
right. You're just
Yeah.
like, there it
Yeah.
is, or this once I see this break, like you kind of think that stuff.
Yeah.
Same with football.
So I don't think
Right.
that's that wild for them. I wonder if fighters, they do anticipate and
But
all
they can
things
talk
like
for
that
like
stuff.
3 minutes.
Yeah, they
though
be talking
before-
a long time.
Yeah, it'd be
Fight-
a long
the
time.
fight is 20 seconds. Like, you have 3
Yeah.
minutes just standing there
I hate the
thinking. that's
flashbacks.
kinda
They be like, this
yeah.
reminds me of the other fight. I'm like, no, bro, we're here. We going.
come
I
on.
seen this already.
We here already.
I
bro.
thought you
Yeah.
meant saying it out loud. Like, man, if I tried to punch Keon in his head right now, he might duck.
I hear
Maybe
you.
I should do a sweep.
Yeah.
I go,
I wouldn't even fight you at that. This motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, he
I
gonna
wouldn't
come
fight
with the
you at that
left.
point.
I remember the last fight.
Southpaw, so I'm a duck
But it's the
that.
same. You play video games against somebody, you be like, okay, I can't come in here. You got the defense for that. You got to go around. You just doing it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Playing Mortal
It's not
Kombat.
as long. though.
Yeah, it's
not
never
as long.
not as long.
I didn't know they were doing 3 minutes. That's
It'd be a
Oh,
minute,
it'd
bro.
be- it'd be a while.
Some
Yeah,
of them
but
are
they be
some of them are
talking,
whole
bro.
episodes talking about the fight. You be like, dog.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z used to do whole episodes of them powering up.
Bro,
Yeah,
I hated
flashback.
them floating.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for that.
I-
Maybe a
I'm telling you,
flashback
bro.
powering up. But not right
That's
there.
why they be losing me,
Bro,
man.
I'm telling you,
man.
Goku, he powered up for my whole 8th grade.
Bro,
I was
I'm telling you,
the
dog.
whole 8th grade. He's, I'm like, I cannot
the
take
whole
this no
8th
more.
You
bro.
were
The
like,
whole 8th
hey,
grade.
another episode of him powering up. When we
powering
gonna
up, bro.
fight?
I'm like, okay, this is too much. This is
Anime
too much.
reminds me of, those cats that be like in Santa Monica on the beach or whatever, and they trying to gather the crowd up before they do this amazing flip or like
Yeah.
stunt work.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of like,
Yeah.
they're just trying to get the crowd to
Right.
accumulate. But
Yeah.
if you've been there a while, you just like, hey, man,
But
just do the move.
But it's changing now because the popularity is crazy now, and all the platforms you can watch it now. So it's got a lot more money. Yeah, like it's a lot more money flowing in. So if you watch this one called Jujutsu Kaisen, these fights, bro, right?
Well, he said,
Yo, it's the best one right now. Like they just came out.
I like the Black Samurai. What's the new Black Samurai one that's on Netflix?
Oh, Yakuza.
Yeah,
Death Note?
No. He's talking about
it's with Lakeith.
Yeah, no one really liked it.
Oh, okay.
I liked it.
I know what you're talking
Well,
about.
yeah.
It's a Black
It's not
Samurai.
good?
Yeah,
man.
but it wasn't what we thought it was going to be because there is a real Black Samurai, a real Black famous samurai. But this wasn't really his story. This was a story about they just used his name.
Oh,
but
okay.
But it was also then you were like, oh, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be about this dude's life, and then, like that's what we want to see, like the dude being the Black African dude in the in the samurai culture.
This
like,
dude really existed.
he really
back in the day?
existed. And
It
then
wasn't Afro Samurai, but it was.
well,
still
Afro
good.
Samurai, you seen Afro Samurai?
Yeah, I seen that.
shit
I
was
like
fire.
that one.
Yeah, there you go.
I even like
Fire.
Samurai Jack too.
Samurai Jack was great.
Yeah.
But
Samurai Show.
but Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna be the best one, bro. That's like the one everybody.
What's it called?
Jujutsu.
What's it on?
Crunchyroll's where I've seen it. What you watching on?
On Crunchyroll.
Would you watch it on?
Crunchyroll.
Oh yeah, that's what I seen.
So
I
you
think,
guys are
I think it's an
you guys are
exclusive.
streaming all these. It's not. These aren't on like
right.
cable. and
No,
stuff.
no, you gotta stream them.
It's an online network.
Yeah,
Crunchyroll.
yeah.
Oh, that's a whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's
It's
a network.
nothing but anime.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I think they're exclusively Crunchyroll now. We're talking about it, but
But I think that's dope too. I like the fact that like my son like is in the anime. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I like
Yeah.
the fact that he helped him build a PC and everything. He's in the game.
Oh,
and-
dope.
yeah. And
That's
I,
him
yeah,
all day.
and now look at him
Exactly.
running the
My
show.
bad. And
Uh-huh.
get him to start drawing,
That's the shit all
man.
day.
yeah.
Tell him to draw and create his own characters,
He,
and
he,
his
him
own
and his
world.
boys start doing that. You
Yeah.
know
Oh,
what
man.
I mean? Yeah, man. So I tell him like all the time, like my daughter be like, you like anime? That's weird. I'm like, no, it's not weird. I'm like, I think for him being a young Black male, like, bro, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna play
Right.
ball.
No,
Like,
right.
bro, do
You
whatever
can be
you
weird.
want.
Watch
Right.
these-
Like, bro. Be
you
as
ever-
free as the white kids.
Doug,
Right.
these rappers now, bro, talk about anime so much. From
I
T
know.
Grizzly to Denzel Curry, like these guys talk about anime because they
Yeah.
grew up with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that shit is it's a part of culture.
This was the last generation of the go outside and plays.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't hear that much anymore. I'd rather you go learn anime, or I'd rather you go be doing this than outside just hanging out in front of a liquor store.
Y'all need to be doing something
Well,
outside.
outside got dangerous. Remember, like crack era happened. Outside got really dangerous.
Oh, it was super dangerous where I was at.
Yeah.
Super, but we was still out there.
Yeah,
It
we
was
was.
amidst-
Still be out.
amidst the danger.
Yeah, I
Like,
was-
man, we ain't got time for that.
South Central LA. I was out there.
Man.
bro.
Outside
Out
got
there.
dangerous, and Cass is like, but that's when everybody would start like, and then you know what happened? Columbine happened. I think that was a big thing that the world changed.
I was
'Cause that's
grown
when-
then.
Remember when cell phones was like, that's when people would let you have cell phones in school. Like, a 9/11 happened after that. Like, that's when I just remember everything being more, no one goes out.
Well, technology
was
changed.
that era.
You know, technology, and I
Internet
think
came.
for Black kids, it's a safe. You're allowed to be weird now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, you couldn't be
You
weird.
couldn't be weird.
You had to do the typical.
Right.
You either play
Your light
sports
is
or
on, Chaz.
or whatever. Your
Your
light
light
is
is on.
But you couldn't be like my brother. He was like, I wish, he completely nerded out now.
Right, right.
He getting all these chats. He was like, I wish that was available
Right.
when I was
Exactly.
in, junior high,
Exactly.
middle school. But there was
Exactly.
no lane for it.
Exactly.
Comic books was about as far as you can go.
Exactly.
You know.
Yo, comics was the
What's
move.
the
That was
other
it.
game?
That was
the
it.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, like those kids that
yeah.
stayed in during recess to do that, we'd be like, you
Magic,
weird,
yeah.
bro. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we made fun of you.
Right.
And it was a
but
kid.
now,
You had the one kid that was kind of teetering the line, like they were really into Zelda. You was like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I
That was
mean?
me.
Like, you
Zelda
know,
was
He had the
my shit.
Nintendo Power Manual for the walkthrough. He's like,
Yeah,
man, you really into this.
You into this. You different, but
but they didn't want to say that they was.
Yeah, you know what I
'cause
mean.
you know,
Especially like athletes. Like athletes, I had a lot of teammates who were into it heavy.
Yeah.
Right.
But they didn't want. They did it like by themselves.
they didn't want to come out the closet.
Yeah.
right.
They didn't want to come out. Like, yo, you be watching anime? Nah. I just be hooping. You know? Girls hooping.
Girls and hoop, dog.
You walk
The energy
in.
change. These your girls hooping, man.
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
hooping.
But I feel like we were into those things. It'll stop me from doing a lot of bad stuff growing up. If I was into those things, whether just trying to be in the streets, I was doing bad shit as a kid, bro. You know what I mean? I was just like, and it was just because, like you say, not the weird, but I would say the different stuff wasn't acceptable.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just doing what everybody says is acceptable because kids
Right.
be very impressionable. You just want to fit in.
I
Absolutely.
never
Yeah.
liked playing basketball, and I just had to learn.
See?
Yeah.
Like you had to.
You had the hoop.
Yeah. Yeah. Who?
I'm like,
I don't consider myself a basketball player at all.
Yeah.
But growing up, I played.
you had
Yeah,
to.
21 tip, we
Yeah.
played.
See, you had
man.
to, yeah, because that's what everyone was doing. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
they were
like-
on the side playing with Pokemon cards. Even though
Right.
we started collecting them,
Right.
but
It was hot for a second.
yeah, it was hot
And
for a
then-
second. Remember, they had the yo-yos.
Did y'all do
the
Pogs?
Giga
No,
Pets.
yo-yos was popping
The
for
Pogs.
a minute.
I remember
Yeah,
Pogs.
Pogs
was popping
I
for a
remember
minute.
marbles when you play marbles.
I
and
never
shit.
did
the
marbles.
jacks,
Marbles,
the
the
jacks
jacks,
and the
yeah.
joint
all
like
that
that.
stuff. The kids don't do none of that.
What I
today,
like
though.
about now, though, like, you know, these kids now can find their crew
Yeah.
via social media, even if it's like they ain't really got their crew,
Right.
you know, in real life. They can find them via social media.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, you into
Yeah.
that too? And then
right.
and then they also see there's a whole world of people into it too.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, man, so I'm not the oddball.
You're not.
right?
You're not
got
at
a
all.
whole community
Right.
out
Yeah,
here. This
yeah.
dude got 1 million followers. All he do is, you know.
He do everything
Right.
I like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
it's like,
And my nephew, man, he has friends he's never met gaming. They meet up at the park, which is 2K.
yeah.
They meet at the park.
They meet at the park.
Yeah.
What time you going to the park? I was like, what park, bro? It was like playing 2Ks at the park. That's on me. I'm like y'all weird, bro. I was like, this is the new weird. What are y'all doing? Fresh as shit. The avatar is fresh. He's like, you had to go get the new kicks.
Yeah.
But he be asking for like money so you can go get his shit, new gear, and shit, so you can come to the park fresh. I'm like, y'all wild.
Their friends be so diverse now too, where it's like, yeah, Dan just got off of work and he's gonna meet me on the court.
No, he's
It's like,
not.
What? Seriously, like my son
Bro.
will be playing with older comics at the court because he met the comics through me.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, oh, you on 2K? Oh yeah, we be up there.
I'm like, y'all wild. Meet me at the
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
But it's
y'all
still a
crazy.
little alienated because if you're dressed wrong and you're at
Yes.
the court, they still won't pick you
They
up
won't pick you.
online. You can get
Wait,
cyber.
what?
Yes.
So you gotta stand on the side of the court.
Yes.
And if they don't want you, they won't pick you
Bro,
up
it's
to
just
join
hell
them.
deep, bro.
Based off what you wearing.
That's funny.
You know what's
This is
funny? No
deep.
matter how the world changes, no matter how technology, we can't escape bullying. We can't escape it. It is always going to be a thing, whether it's in a
Always.
video, virtual world, real world. That shit
that's
is
You
gonna
really
happen.
look and be like, oh, he ain't got nothing new on. He ain't making no money. Oh, he ain't getting on my team. I'm cool. Let's go to a
That's
different court.
crazy.
I mean,
everyone.
in different games, he was like, my nephew only ever asked for like PlayStation gift cards so he can go buy stuff. He's like, oh, I want to mod this. I want to mod that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You
I
building a house? What are you
I
talking
remember my
about?
son came back. I was like, "Why you not playing your Fortnite?" He was like, "Cause you won't give me no money to get new skins.
Yeah,
I got
the
the old
new
skins.
skins.
Everybody
Yeah,
clowned me."
man.
I said, "The old skins."
Yeah, man.
Dang,
I said,
man.
"Damn, but just playing the game was good enough for us.
Right.
You gotta be like, you gotta."
Mario had one outfit, bro.
He ain't.
That's
he
it.
ain't never changed.
Never change.
He ain't never changed.
Come on, the
We were same.
overalls,
Come
man.
on, man.
Luigi
Man.
with the green.
Even in the cartoons we watch, it's the same outfit every
Same
day.
outfit
every time.
Every day.
Yeah,
The
but you be
Simpsons.
having them out there in Fortnite with the Morgan Freeman skins with the old guns. Like, nah,
He
shredded
gotta-
up.
You gotta straighten up, but he can still do all the same functions though, right? As if he has any other skin on.
It
right?
makes no
That's
sense.
that's such a parent response. You still do the same shit.
That's how,
It is,
That's
though.
what you
trying to get
just did was
shoes.
we got McDonald's at home. You just McDonald's at home.
Ice cream's the same.
I don't think that's the same. Is it the same McDonald's?
Yeah.
home? It
Well,
is.
That's the we got ice cream at home.
No, because my
Yeah.
burger won't taste nothing like a McDonald's burger.
It never does.
But his skin, with his new skin, the old skin, he would still shoot the same.
To
still
you, Dad.
propel from the,
To you.
everything was still
Okay,
was functioning
better
the same.
reference. It was like when you was playing sports, you wanted the latest shoe. And then your dad was like, "Yeah, kicks you got
But
now."
you in
are
real
fine."
life though. You in the world. That's different.
I mean, it is.
It's virtual.
But that's their.
Spot
you
Built
know,
do the same
that's
thing as
their
yours.
thing.
It's
Come on.
virtual.
He said, "Who does correct?"
Spot Builts do the same thing as yours.
That's their thing.
They be super disrespectful though online though.
Oh, yeah,
they do.
And
That be
they
the whole thing.
They go at you hard too.
Oh, the disrespect is epic. Like whenever I play Call of Duty and I'm playing not with my normal crew,
Yeah.
it's like normally we got a party, it was just us.
Yeah.
And then we only talk to each other. So when I'm on by myself and the rest of my crew ain't on, I mute everybody.
Everybody. Oh yeah. Oh
Show.
yeah.
I don't want to
Oh,
hear
yeah.
nothing y'all talking about. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear no warnings.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of that.
Right.
Because I already know the disrespect is going to be on the other side.
It's at an all-time high.
Bro, it's the same when I play chess online.
Mm-hmm.
I play chess online. People like, I turn off the
Shit
comments.
talking during chess.
I turn this shit off, dog.
I
People
thought
like,
that was a game of gentlemen.
That's what I
You know what I'm
said.
saying?
That's what I said. a legitimate game. That was your best move. Then it was like laugh at Chaz. Like, oh, I'm really laughing at that move, Chaz. It was like, what kind of shit talk?
Oh, I thought it was real shit talk. Like, go move your bitch ass pawn, nigga.
When you can't cuss, but when you could cuss, it was that. Like, you a bitch.
So you gonna take your pawn in to do a man's job?
But then you go, that's a bunch of little bitches on the other side.
Right.
You can't find them. But I'm like,
Everybody
it's the
tell.
same. People hide all over the place, everywhere, bro. It's the
I'm
same
not a
shit.
big streamer. Is like hacking a big thing on there?
Oh
That
man,
be- PlayStation
have the
if you
little fake
hack,
trigger thing.
PlayStation got hacked not too long ago.
They find out that
Yeah.
you're hacking. You be getting reported and all.
Wait,
that.
wait,
They
wait,
have-
you mean like cheating hacking or like hacking? Because remember, PlayStation got
Like
hacked
just
in their
like
accounts.
hacking the internet or whatever. Like, do you virus it, whatever, like that? You know, the same thing you get on your
Is
laptop.
that a hack? The auto aim? That's considered a hack.
Oh, well, yeah, there's like hacking in video games, you know? But like video games, like somebody can't hack you, like give you a
They're not getting information and
okay.
stuff like that,
No,
though,
no,
right?
no.
Like
I mean,
No.
like they gotta be like
a whiz kid.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gonna say.
That's when you get on the board and you running and you can't move and then you end up dead over and over again. You're like, oh, they hacking the board.
Oh wow.
hacking the board.
But you'll
That's
see people do
interesting.
stuff like I remember playing Smash Brothers a lot. But you'd be like, and I remember this dude kept doing this one thing. I was like, dog, I've never seen that. Like I've never. And then I had to go online and people were like, so people are doing this, and he was showing like how the
Oh, so they
control
was
stick
cheating?
was. Yeah, he was like he had to mod his control stick to do this thing. And I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like
Yeah.
people go extra just to cheat, man.
Oh,
You
the
be
extra
like,
mile.
Wait, so do you and Sincere, do you guys go against each other? Y'all, does it get intense when y'all game against each other?
Nah, it
No?
was never like when we started. Sincere don't play with me now though. But
Why not, Sincere?
when
Why
we
don't you play with him no more,
him
man?
and Serene actually, they had told me that this is like during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been playing Call of Duty, and you know we can do it cross now. You know he can be on the PC, I can be on the Xbox, and you can be on PlayStation. We could all play each other.
Right, right.
That's
Oh,
dope.
let me get in on this. I got in on and got the PlayStation queued up, and so we would play like Warzone initially.
Yeah.
And I was the weakling in that dynamic.
He's
Like,
laughing.
yeah, I would get popped.
Yeah.
Cause you know in Warzone ain't no coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless they revive
Right,
you, they
right,
gotta
yeah.
they gotta have the money to revive you, and then they gotta. So
Yeah.
it's like you feel bad,
Yeah.
like my bad, Joe. Hey, we'll pick you up later on down the road. And so I'm getting popped first initially.
Yeah.
And ain't no coming back. You die fast.
Yeah.
I'm
Have
like,
to
man,
watch.
just give me a chance. And so we was playing then, and then we would lose Sincere because he'd be, doing something on the PC or like, playing something else. And then Serene was still playing.
Yeah.
And then Serene would start playing, regular team deathmatch, and he was good.
Right.
So we was kind of like, I'm all right. Like,
Right,
I'm
right.
decent on
Yeah.
team deathmatch hardcore.
Oh,
There's got to be
hardcore.
that.
Yeah.
And then there's
first
got to be
shot,
that.
'Cause
Yeah.
you ain't hitting them 3 times.
Just a
in
few
row.
shots because it's realistic to me.
It
like,
is,
in
yeah.
real life, you ain't gonna be standing there taking a full
Blood
clip.
just come down your
Yeah.
face.
You done got shot 80 times. You still breathing. I like that hardcore. And so I started. He faded out. He be doing his own streaming and his own thing. And then we would play with like Serene. And then, I could tell he was like, man, y'all got to step it up. My numbers is this. Y'all
Your
down
kill,
here with
your kill death ratio is off.
yeah, because he constantly be 20 and up on the kills. And,
Right.
I can give you a good 13, 15,
Yeah.
steady.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I give you the 8, depending on the stage. Depending on the stage,
Yeah, the
man.
stage.
And then, so Serene be like, all right, we gonna go over here. And
Yeah.
So now it just
That's
be
just
me and my
you-
crew.
just you and your crew. That's funny. Yeah,
Man.
I stopped gaming probably about it was like 6 years ago, but in that time off, my son has gotten a lot better than me. Like Call of Duty, I used to murk him. Now I get on, I'm like, yo, you're really good at this. I
Yeah.
can't, but I be like, put 2K on. I never lost in 2K. I never lost in Madden. Any sports
still
game,
got 'em on the
I still got
sports.
him. Oh, Madden,
Yeah.
I blow him out easy. I don't 21 skunk him either. I run it up. I run it up. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
3 points in my 60 something. I don't care.
You like finish the
Yeah.
game, son. You got to learn how to
Nah,
finish
finish the
things.
game. He be up there
Yeah,
like,
finish it out.
When dad makes you finish, you be like, I just want to quit that.
No,
can't.
man.
No,
You
you
gotta
gotta
finish
learn.
it out.
In life,
No,
there
You
is
have
no
to learn how to
No.
lose.
Yeah.
Let me feel good about myself, son.
Does he play sports games without you, or does he just play?
No, he don't. He's into Call of Duty Warzone. Like he stopped
Yeah.
playing Fortnite a while ago. He's into. He play a lot of just a lot of little stuff. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. I feel old. I just be like, what's that little game? I start calling shit little
The
now.
little
so I know I'm
game.
old.
That's what you,
Hey, yeah,
that's
I
what
know.
you know
Oh,
he a fan out here,
yeah.
man.
Oh, you got your
What's
little
that
game. I'll start saying shit little. When shit start becoming, everything start coming little, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, all of it is important though to play, and that losing is important.
That's
Yeah,
what
it is.
I hate quitters, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause usually it be some Call of Duty matches, we be getting our asses kicked as a team, but we never quit.
right? No, don't.
We never. It'd be like one time the other day, it was 75-30.
Oh,
And we was just like, man, and quitting is just not even an option for me. I'm like,
Right.
man, well, I'm gonna step it up. You know, we could, if we hold back and just quit moving forward, then we could, you know. And then I hate quitters.
The only time I'll quit on that is every time you respond. As soon as you get in, just like, pow, 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 you dead again.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, nah, we quitting this.
That's when you just put the controller down and what?
It's like, nah, it's like, y'all ain't even let me move.
Yeah.
It's just as
Give
soon
me
as
a
I
chance.
respond, it's pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
But you grown, so it's like, you know, whatever. But like I feel like with kids, it's important for them to learn how to lose, and like you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
quit. Like I'm
Yeah.
so excited that 2020 we couldn't do sports, and so Keelan's at the age where he can sign up for all the sports now, and I'll be watching him play with Kendrick. I was like, you have to learn how to lose.
Yeah.
You're not good at when things don't go perfectly your way. You have a freaking breakdown. And
my
like you need to
daughter,
go out
man.
there and get your ass kicked,
Right.
and lose.
That's
Right.
my daughter,
Because you
bro.
don't know how to handle anything. Kendrick's blocking me. That's what he's supposed to do. So go around, figure out how to go around him or whatever.
He's blocking.
Yeah, like he'll get mad because he's trying to shoot and Kendrick's blocking it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
It's called defense, son.
Right, and he thinks he's just supposed to allow him.
Yeah,
Like when he was kicking in a soccer goal and Kendrick got in the front, started blocking. I was like, that's called a goalie.
Yeah.
And that's their job.
Right.
So you need to figure it out.
You
He
need
just
to.
can't handle anything. I'm like, I can't wait to sign you up and just watch you lose. Like, I want to watch you lose. You got to get
Right.
used to this.
There you go, girl. That's his origin story. Why he became a villain.
All right.
I got tired of my dad making me lose.
You know Keon's gonna film it, and he's gonna be in the middle of the soccer
you
field.
gotta
Like,
lose. Because
Learn how
losing
to
is a
lose.
part because you learn how to. You got the overcome is what makes winning fun.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
prepare. I wouldn't if it wasn't for sports. Hollywood is so easy for me because of sports. These no's ain't shit.
Oh man.
These
Taking
letdowns
those
ain't
like it
shit.
ain't nothing.
I've been taking L's. I don't care about this.
Rejection city.
Yeah.
But it's the
I'll
only
get
way
around
I
it.
think you really get better. Is like you got to. I love playing people better than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
too.
even when I'm playing Smash, if somebody whoops my ass, I'm just like, yo, play me again.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna lose 80 times in a row. I go like, are you gonna learn? Because I have to come up to your level, and I go like,
Right.
dude, who knew there was a level beyond this? You know what I mean? I was like, I thought the last dude who whooped my ass was like that good. You know?
Yep.
You never meet the final boss.
You never meet the bro ever. And then, but even going into the business, you go like, oh, yo, this cat is. Yo, you're dope, bro. How in the hell? This is my regiment, right? I was like, damn, this is what you do. Is when I met Tony for the first time. I was like, God damn, dog, you hit 8 spots a night? What the hell is wrong with you?
Man.
Right,
I want to go back to that, man. 8 spots a
Craft.
night.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
I want to
bro.
go to New York.
good old New York. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
good old
yeah,
New
yeah,
York.
yeah.
I'm gonna go out there. For
That's
a
the
month
first
or
time I
two.
thought somebody, I thought I worked hard until I met Tony, and I was like, God damn, I ain't doing shit. I was getting like, oh, you know, I hit 2 spots a night, a couple days, 3-4 days a week. Thought I was doing some work. Man, this cat
We was
Tony
out
is-
there, man.
Cat Tony was like,
That's amazing.
I would call and people sign me up over there.
Man,
Yeah, Put me down.
Remember the
right there.
sign-ups? Hey, sign me up.
Man, sign me
We
up,
had a
man.
whole
Throw my name
system,
on
bro.
the
People start
list.
doing too much though, and then
Yeah,
it didn't work. Like
yeah.
they sign up 5, 6, 7
Yeah,
people.
it
You
got
showing
ugly.
up. It's like, all right, man.
I would lose my connect. Too many people was I already signed. All right.
And then 2 people don't show up. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, it got ugly quick. And then people was like, no sign-ups for
But they was
anybody
holding
else.
spots.
Yeah.
And it's just like
You could just go in there and do you and someone else.
I don't think I miss the open mic grind though.
I don't at all.
I like it better now where we can just
Do
get
an
up.
actual show.
But
Yeah.
I do miss the like. It was cool to watch the growth because a lot of people we came up with is on TV now, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
And I just like, dang, now I remember being at Marty's at 2 in the morning, or after Diddy's at 5 in the morning. It's like it's cool to see that, like. But now you try to get everybody's so busy now.
Yeah.
Like that's what I hate. Like everybody's so busy, bro.
Man,
Yeah,
busy.
but the journey has been great and it's
Yeah.
going great. But I definitely am glad we're not there
Yeah,
The open mic.
I
anymore.
thought
Like even
without a
in
doubt.
regular life, you know what I'm saying? Like what everybody's doing. Like I remember when niggas really like, they go to Denny's and be like, bro, I can't eat unless somebody covers me. And now everybody, the conversation is, oh, I'm trying to buy a house. You know what I mean? Like, I like watching the journey of everybody.
Tony
you know?
covered me for like a year, bro. Like
Denny's?
going out to Denny's and stuff like that. It was a solid
Denny's was
year.
cheap, man.
Man, shit.
You can get the
Yeah, man.
you can get the
That's how
Was it
bro.
Grand Slam?
yeah.
Get off, go
It's
ahead,
one of
man.
them joints.
And they had like
They
the
give
2
me
for
some
2 for
bagels
2,
on, too.
living off that shit.
Bruh.
Thanks,
They'll
Tony.
get
I
you
was
an
eating
All-American.
pancakes when I didn't want them, but they was $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, cheap. Yeah, that's what Denny's had. Denny's
The two
had
for
the,
two
the
for
piece
two.
together
Yeah.
joint,
Yeah.
so you could just build a meal.
Yes,
That was clutch.
Let me get $2
Like
Yeah,
that.
I got you on the.
Them
Yeah.
chicken wraps weren't good. But I was like, but they $2.
Right.
So this
Cheap,
is all I
man.
can do.
Right.
Jack in the
Pancakes
Box
was hitting me.
tacos
Jack in the
ain't
Box
the best.
tacos, man.
Jack
I'm
in
telling
the
you.
Box tacos, bro.
That's all you
The
could do.
buttermilk dressing and shit.
And then now everybody's
So
like
LA.
going to
That's
lunch.
a buttermilk
You know what I'm
dressing.
saying?
Going to lunch now.
Yeah, it was very. I thought about this honestly a couple days ago, and I was like, I think when everybody was posting London, you know, shout out to London Brown, his show
Yeah,
coming
man.
out, and I was just like, I'm looking at everybody, and I'm
Raising
like,
Cain.
damn, I remember when everyone was struggling,
Oh yeah.
like everybody, and then now it's like, no, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's
They
like,
just struggling in different aspects.
yeah, it's like now
we're
we're struggling for icing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like we were just trying to get. Now all this other stuff is just extra stuff. Like, well, I want to be
right.
bigger, or I want to, more stuff. But
Yeah,
that part's cool. The journey of it is cool to see, but I don't miss.
Yeah, it's just a different grind because now you're in like this middle where you go like, not where I want to be, but I'm glad I'm not where I was.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And things are going good, but you go like, I want that shit now.
Right.
All right, so
You
real,
know.
real quick. So when for you guys, what is that like? Like you reached the pinnacle. Like what is that for you? It's like, so is it like a special on a certain network or whatever? Like what do you say was the pinnacle for you? Or there is nothing? It's like you just want to keep going as long as you can do this.
I always want to grow and grow and grow. My ultimate is probably owning a film studio.
Okay,
That's,
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything else is just for fun. I have fun doing it, so
right.
I don't see a ceiling to it.
Respect.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stop working. But I think that mine's is, I guess more is just like the comfort. Like you want to make sure you have that feeling of like, oh, house is covered. I don't have to worry about bills. You know what I mean? I want the because like right now things are great, super dope. Haven't had to worry about money.
Right.
But for my current what I own, right? Well, my
Right.
house, my apartment, and the cars. I don't have to worry about those bills. But then you go, I don't have to worry about house stuff. I want
Right.
the house I want without having to worry about paying for it. Then I'll be like, girl, woo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I'll feel settled. Like I'm like, and I'm not like a mega mansion guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want like something super dope, cool, that we have some yard, and that's it. I don't need like the acres. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want like a half to 1 acre would be super crazy. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's great.
It's a lot of land.
That's a lot of land, bro.
An acre? Woo.
Yeah, an acre's a lot.
That's
and
a
I
lot of
think
land.
I think Ben's house, I think he has a little less. I think it's got like 3/4, something like that.
And that's a lot.
It's
of
a lot of
land.
land. And I look at that and I go like, that looks great.
Right.
But to not have to grind because I have to pay for this is what
I see what
that's
you're
when I
saying.
feel
I see
like
what you're saying.
I'm stressed.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Also, us as writers, we're gonna keep punching up our lives forever.
Absolutely. And then
something
you
that-
grow and you produce and you EP and you get to produce and EP different projects.
Then you start directing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This industry got so much stuff in it.
Right. So many ways to make money, bro.
And also, like I said, as comics, y'all are never like with a set. It's never just like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
same way y'all treat life. It's like, oh, that's
I
cool.
mean, I'm
but I-
piggybacking off y'all. I feel the same way. Like I don't have a pinnacle. I'm really with Chaz 100% on the comfort.
Right.
Just when I just nothing. Well, okay, fine. You know,
Right.
like if you didn't get a project, well, okay,
Cool.
so like
Yeah.
everything is still taken care of.
Yeah.
But I don't
Is
have
my
to,
house depending on this project?
Right.
Because that's a
I don't.
problem.
Yeah, it's like when nothing matters. If something gets canceled and none of that matters,
Right.
then I feel like I've reached
Okay.
whatever it is.
Okay.
Like
Because
right
I
now,
have
Kevin.
to work right now.
Right.
Exactly. No, same. I have to work.
Right
I
now,
can't
right
just
now,
sit back
Kevin
here.
Hart could just be like, "I'm taking a break,"
Right.
Right.
and he would be completely fine.
Right.
Yeah.
That to me
for
is
a little
where-
bit of for a certain amount of time.
He has a lot
Right,
of
right.
outgoing.
Right.
Because, yeah, he has a great big team.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And what
Feeding
about
the
you?
team.
What about you, Tom?
I'm kind of similar to them, like, just being in the comfortable space financially where everything, the pressure's not on everything, or like I ain't got to take gigs that I hate
Right.
You know, just to bring
Want to
money
come host
in.
his funeral?
Man, come on.
Animal voice.
How much? Yeah. You want an animal voice?
Animal voice. The
Just
dead
be
body.
my dead husband. Just behind the casket.
How much?
Be my dead husband.
That's
That's
you gotta be him behind the casket. There's some videos of him alive, so you can get the voice down.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Somebody paid for
That
that
would be
shit
funny.
too.
But like,
If you was just back there, like everybody who pulled up, hey, Mildred, you
What's up,
breakfast.
man? Thank y'all for
I ain't
coming.
never liked you, man. You never my favorite.
I'm gonna do my own
hilarious.
Roast
eulogy.
the whole funeral.
That's
First off,
That's
fuck
an-
all y'all.
Now y'all want to pull up.
Right, right.
But when I
Everybody
needed
was
a
in my
kidney,
head.
where were you? Huh? Hun James, where were
I ain't
you?
seen you in 3 years.
Just putting guilt trips on people. You the reason I'm here. Like,
That might be a great
Hey,
gig.
that's hilarious, right?
But like the pinnacle, career pinnacle. If we talk career pinnacle, like I just want to do. I always one pinnacle goal of mine is to be able to fill up any comedy club, no matter the city. Like if I go, people will show up. That is a goal.
right.
You kind of got that.
Getting there, but
kinda
like
got that, man.
just like
You kinda
where-
sold out in,
where
like, 12
tickets sell
cities.
out in an hour. You know, and
Yeah,
I
but you
just
like-
I just
I
put it up
understand.
there.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be there tomorrow, and then it sells out.
Okay, I
That'd
see.
be a great spot.
That's nice. Yeah.
And just like on the career front, it always changes. Like, I would love to be in a movie like this, or a dramatic
Right.
role. But
Right.
now it's just like, I'll be like, I don't know if I'll be thinking about the call time, the shoes,
It's work.
man, the
16
wardrobe.
hours.
And
Yeah,
I'll be thinking about
it's
all of
work.
that.
Yeah.
And now another pinnacle would be mad voiceover work.
Yeah.
Where I'm doing like, Pixar joints. So like,
Right.
I would love to do that. So now
Right.
now that's another, dream and pinnacle I want to hit is like
Right.
to be doing mad voiceover stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, doing the stand up. Because the stand up to me is like therapy. It's like, it gives me energy. It gives me
Right.
when I had COVID and I couldn't do nothing, I was like, I started getting down because I already hate my apartment too. So it was just like, I'm stuck in it.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck in the apartment and I can't do stand up. It was just like,
Yeah.
bro. And so when I finally hit stages again, I was like, my energy changed.
Glorious.
My energy, and Sabrina will tell you, my energy be changing. Like if I go out and do stand up, she's like, your energy changes. Or like
Yeah.
when I'm around the boys,
Yeah.
energy change.
Yeah.
So it's like, stand up for me is like
Let me ask you a question.
it's a part of it.
Did you always know that?
About
as far
stand-up?
as no, yourself, your energy with the stand up.
I knew, I've known it for a long time. Like if I don't get up, I get into like a little, you know what I'm saying? Because I really love doing it. It's,
Right.
it's so much more than just just doing a show for me. It's like me expressing stuff and connecting
Right.
and building a set and like finding different things, and then the energy you get back from the audience is just dope. Usually if you don't take an L, but it's like it just feels like, and for me, stand up comedy was me finding my purpose.
Right. Right.
Because I always feel like career wise I didn't have a real purpose or passion, and so when I found that with stand up, it was just like, so when I do it, I'm like,
Yeah.
Do y'all feel the same? Because I just learned it over the pandemic. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know my moods directly correlated with stand up until it was taken, and then I was like, I'm not depressed. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I'm
right.
not. But I noticed my mood
yeah,
is way up here when stand up is happening versus
Yeah,
when
makes
it's
like
not.
a piece of you was missing. In a
Yeah.
sense. So it's
Yeah.
like you're not whole if you can't. We can't be. I think all of us here are creative, so if we can't be
Right.
creative. I think
Right.
that definitely plays a part on our mood. It has to. You know what I mean? That's like. Anybody. Kobe can't play basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
LeBron injury can't play. You're not gonna be the same person because
Right.
you spend so much of your life doing this. You know what I mean? To where it's taken away, you like shit.
Right.
Like what?
That's why athletes have a hard time when it's time to retire.
Yeah.
They be
Yeah.
like,
nah.
Who am I if I'm not
yeah,
at
who am
basketball?
I? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I do now?
It's
What do
also
I?
because you're not receiving that energy. When you're on stage, you actually get that energy, and then if you
Yeah.
go 8 days without feeling that wave of laughter, it's like, damn.
man.
I can see you trying shit out on your cats.
Man, midnight to give you nothing.
midnight.
Like,
What's this?
Yeah.
Come on.
And the internet doesn't.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It doesn't do it. Like it's
You
like
look at that Russia last, bro. That
You don't
shit's
like those
crazy.
LOLs, happy
It's
face,
like-
I
happy
mean,
face.
you know, it's
It's
dope
cool,
that
but-
you know the videos get traction and like you know people mad comments in there.
It's
mad,
not that energy.
but it
in
ain't
person.
it ain't the same.
It ain't a wave of laughter, bro. You get a wave of laughter, you just like,
Yeah, you can't feel that energy on the internet. In the room, you can feel that. When you're on
Man.
stage, you can feel it. You know, it's a difference. You
Seeing
definitely
people
feel
just
it.
being like, spitting drinks out. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Because some people be lying about laughing out loud. We
Oh,
lie
of
about
course.
laughing out
Yeah.
loud.
Oh man, I do it all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying. So it's not genuine.
LMAO when I was like,
whole time.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But did I really?
and I might have chuckled,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, yeah, to that point too, seeing joy gives you joy.
Man.
Absolutely.
So when you see
Come on,
people
take your time, preacher.
having a good time, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why we be watching these little the wholesome videos on the internet. Those are needed.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Those are pick me ups. Like I watched one the other day where this little girl was putting her parents together. I was just like,
And that's how I know I'm becoming a dad too, because I
Oh,
wholesome
them
videos sometimes
dad
they get you.
videos?
I'm not
Bruh.
gonna lie. I be like,
That's how I be knowing I didn't have a dad. I'm like, that's a moment.
I
I'll
watched.
be Folgers
I
crystals
watched
out
one
here.
where it was a son's first at bat in the majors, and he hit a home
yeah.
run.
You
And
see
his
his
dad
pops.
was just, I was like, but I won't break because it ain't me.
right.
Yeah.
But I'd be like,
you feel that shit.
What happened?
I
This
watched
like-
with my son. I was like, my son like, you got that look in your eye. What you mad? I'm like,
you know what happens?
yeah, I'm mad.
You know what happens? It's not the moment you start putting yourself in it. That's what
it
happens.
is.
So like, I'll go to Keelan ain't played a sport yet. I'll watch something and then imagine him in the game when he shot.
Man.
Now I'm in my room like, that's my boy. But ain't no game to play.
You don't even know you.
I actually cried during Space Jam.
The new one?
The new one?
The new one when he LeBron. Well, I don't want to give away
right,
the movie,
I saw it.
but
I
he
saw
just
it.
telling his son he believed in it. I was like, I believe in you too. We was like, yeah, I know that.
Now, because he had that moment, he was like, hey, man, this is dope, man. You did this. And he was like, oh, shit.
It wasn't a Denzel moment,
Not at all.
But even that LeBron moment, was
Man,
like,
you were
Yeah,
like, that's
bro.
important, bro.
This
That
what-
shit means something.
There's one movie that really got a tear from me was Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, yeah. Well, that got
When
everybody,
he was-
dog.
When he was in the bathroom on the
Oh,
in
they
the
kept
subway
kicking
the
station,
door.
they kicking the door. He was
was a
crying,
tough
holding
one.
his son. I was
Yeah.
like,
When he got that job at the end, that's
that
when
too.
it got
That
me.
one got me too. He cried me twice.
Oh.
But the most
When
important
he
part
got
of
the
that movie
job-
to me is when he was like, don't let anybody try to take your dream, even me. I was like, you goddamn
Yeah.
right.
that was
Yeah.
the
Told him
same
that.
moment in Space
It was.
Jam. That's what I was trying.
It was the same
I
moment.
had that moment. I wasn't even a father yet, but because me and my dad, I had that moment in John Q when he was
Oh,
giving the
my
speech
God.
Yeah.
before,
John
like
Q.
you, even if you gotta sell it, you make as much money.
He is like,
And
you
I
said,
was-
I'm be
John
friends time
Q
for a
was
little bit of money.
waterworks,
I was like,
It almost got me too. Yeah.
John Q was waterworks.
and the kids themselves be trying to break you. Keelan almost broke me the other day, just unintentionally, like out of nowhere, because he was like, "Dad, I want to change my name." And I'm thinking, we had the conversation about the name. So I'm like, oh, what? He was like, I want to change it to Keon. I was like, why you want to do that? He was like, because I just want to be just like you. I was like, he was on the couch. I was in the kitchen. I was like, okay, well, y'all, here's your dinner. I'm going to go upstairs. When he said, I want to be you, I was like, oh, like that was hard.
Where's that Christmas list?
Give it he should have handed you the Christmas list right there. And here you go.
I was,
Man,
he almost got me.
that's tough.
That's funny.
They hit you
But
with that.
if you saw Christmas, you would have snapped back. You'd be like, oh, what, you want a what?
This was great and sucked about it. He said it, and then I immediately felt pressure.
Started looking online, how to change.
Because I'm like, this dude
How
is
to be
really like,
great.
hey, man, whatever you do,
Look at you,
that's what I'm going to be doing.
You
I
are
was
my
like,
template.
Damn, they're the reason I be trying to change and grow all the time. Because I'm like, they're watching me as
Constantly watching.
their source of a man.
absolutely.
Whether it's the way I treat Cotty, whether it's
Yeah.
the way I'm like, they're always like, it's so much pressure on me. So I'm like, I got to
They watch
continue to be better every day.
That's why I stay gone.
I'm at work.
Let me leave you with this one good image, and I'm gone.
They
Remember
they
this.
watching everything.
But it's like that. I refuse to yell in the house. Like I tell my mom too, cause she yelled at Izzy once, and I was like, hey, I was like, I don't want her ever to think that's how we communicate to anybody ever, or that's how you receive information from anybody.
You don't. You shouldn't.
Yeah, and then, but also I have to get to a point where I need fuck you money, right? Because I want my daughter to be able to go, if anybody ever tries to sexually advance her, you know what I mean? I want her to be like, yo, fuck you, bitch. I don't need this job. I want her to say them exact words to her, to whoever's doing the dumb shit, right?
Right.
And I'm like, well, just come back home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't need you. My daddy rich. That's what I want.
That's you.
I want her to be able
That's
to.
what it's all.
That's
That's
until
really what it's all
she
about.
moved back
That's
home
what's
with
all
the
about.
husband
Well,
and
no
the
doubt.
kids
Well, no
and
doubt.
his mama.
That's something I'm willing to deal with for a while. I'm just saying, I don't ever want her, because some people won't say anything, right? Because they need that job. Or they won't say anything because they need whatever. They need these benefits, right?
Right.
So just take shit from people, you know? But I was like, I don't ever want my daughter to feel like she has to
That's the
take
first
shit
one on the-
from anybody.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want her to be like, fuck you, bitch.
Damn.
That's first.
I don't need you, your funky ass money.
In the words of my daddy, fuck you, bitch. I don't need you. And your
My
Then
daddy
she walk-
take care of me.
My daddy said, I don't need you.
Kids is always watching, man. And speaking of watching, they be watching you on the internet.
You do watch it.
I know you're gonna be like, man, what you doing, man? But this is ExpressVPN.
Yeah.
You know, when you go in incognito mode, you know, you like invisible. Y'all ever use incognito?
Yeah,
mode?
man, but Google, there's a report that Google is still tracking cats.
Really?
And incognito, yeah.
Hey, man.
That's why you
I'm
need.
not- I don't
That's why
feel-
you need ExpressVPN.
I don't feel safe with my porn on incognito anymore, man.
Need that
They used to have a little
ExpressVPN.
symbol for incognito.
Yeah, the little dude in the
mode.
hat and the glasses,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
yeah, we out here.
They was.
Yeah.
I bet
You can do it right
here.
now. There's a dude with glasses and a hat on, like you can't see him. Like he in the bushes hiding.
It was like
been
a
letting them know
remix of the
what I'm-
neighborhood watch.
Yeah,
You been out
exactly.
here raw dogging the net. You
Man.
know you
Man,
can protect
exactly.
it, huh? You out here raw dogging the net.
I
They
know
say,
that.
think about all the times you've used Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, a hotel, or even at your parents' house without ExpressVPN. Every site you visit could be logged by an admin of that network, and that's still even when you're in incognito mode.
Yeah,
I mean, do you really want your parents to see what you've been looking at?
No.
I mean, well, nah. You know. What's more, your home, your internet provider, I'm talking Comcast, AT&T, whatever, can also see and record your browsing data. And in the U.S., they're legally allowed to sell that data to advertisers.
They do.
We get all them stupid
Legally.
calls.
So they
Yeah.
ain't doing nothing illegal.
That didn't used to be a
Right.
thing. What's his
That's
name? Changed
crazy.
it.
Who?
Oh boy.
Trumper?
What's up?
Yeah, that was gone for a minute.
The Trumpster fire?
Yeah, yeah,
And then he was like, nah, do it again.
yeah.
Do it again. So ExpressVPN is an app that encrypts all your network data and reroutes it through a network of secure servers so that your private online activity stays just that, private. ExpressVPN works on all your devices and it's super easy to use. The app literally has one button. You tap it to connect and your browsing activity is secure from prying eyes. So stop telling strangers to invade your online privacy. Protect yourself at expressvpn.com/issues. Use my link at expressvpn.com/issues to get 3 extra months free.
Come on.
That's Express, that's expressvpn.com/issues to learn more.
In the words of DC Irving, you got to be a goddamn idiot.
Take that deal.
3 extra months, man? A free month of anything, man. Sign me up.
Yeah, for sure.
Sign
All right, so
me
we
up.
got to ask, because you're back. So
Uh-huh.
how you doing, man?
How's
you
the
know, they
COVID,
going to want to
man?
know, you're back.
I feel like I'm at 89% betterness.
You look healthy.
Damn. You do look healthy.
I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
You got a
thanks.
color in your face.
Okay.
You had that good COVID.
A twinkle in your eye.
It didn't feel good, but I'll take it. As long as I wasn't in the hospital, I was good because I was scared the way my lungs was doing. I was like, oh man, here we go. You know?
Did it
And
make
my-
you check your oxygen levels and stuff like
I
that?
had the little
Yeah.
thing for your fingertip.
Oh, yeah, I
So
got
it was only one time that it was low. I was like, then we kept checking because my brother was giving me tips because he had COVID like last year, and he was just like, I had the chills for a while after. It's kind of cool because it doesn't feel as hot. And then he was like, and everybody was giving me different takes on the taste and smell. They were just like, man, I never got mine back fully, or like, I was getting different horror stories.
Man.
And so I was scared, like,
Yeah.
because that was the biggest thing, man,
Yeah.
losing the taste. Everything, the headaches suck and the chills and the cough.
Right.
But man, I was like, I can't taste nothing.
Yeah,
Man.
because you want some comfort
89%.
food.
When you get COVID, you find out we eat for joy.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Because everybody was like, you look like you lost weight. I was like, nigga, because I was eating just for nourishment. It wasn't fun.
We was eating like animals.
yeah.
Animals eating like a big cat will eat. They don't eat again for
Days.
weeks.
Right.
And it's all transactional. I'm like, that can't be good.
Yeah,
It's just be like-
it wasn't fun.
It's transactional.
Yeah. What was you? Because you couldn't. Were you ordering food? Because you couldn't go out.
Yeah. Sabrina was ordering. Sabrina was the order queen. She was just
Oh,
ordering
okay.
stuff. I'd be like, order me the pad thai. And then she was just ordering order me some honey bunches of oats.
Was y'all doing like grocery store deliveries or just
All
fast
types of-
food?
We were doing like grocery store. Actually, we were doing both. Actually,
Okay.
we were doing
You
the
got money. You start doing both. You do groceries and like, you got
yeah, because
money.
it was like she was ordering like a case of water,
Yeah.
cereal. She was like, you need anything from the store? Let me get some apples.
Just randomness.
So you had it
stuff.
worse than
Pad Thai.
Yeah, then I would taste it and be like, I kind of tasted the pad thai. Though. I kind of taste this. But
It
that's
came
crazy.
after, right?
yeah, it was
Like you eat it and you're like, I feel nothing. Then as you're going down, like,
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah,
Hold that note just a little longer.
yeah. Was you cooking like Hello Fresh? And
We
stuff
got
like that?
lucky. When we had it, the day we tested positive, my HelloFresh showed up at the door.
Oh, that's right on time.
So it was like I was like, oh, cool. So we had our meals for the week, and she had went to Costco the day before.
Okay.
So between that and the HelloFresh,
Yeah.
we was set for however long we needed to be in the house. So yeah, we definitely did HelloFresh. Y'all know I'm about that HelloFresh.
Oh, hello,
Yeah,
man. He is
Have
the
you done it? Have you
HelloFresh.
done HelloFresh?
I think I did about 2 years ago or something like that.
Yes,
HelloFresh is
man. I love HelloFresh because it's just it comes in the bag. It's all your ingredients. Then they're just like, here, just make it.
I'm a nice guy because there's a lot of people like where I stay at, like they order HelloFresh like right down my hallway, and bro, they're lucky I'm not the old me. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I do HelloFresh, yeah, for free too.
Right.
Free, every
It's real
month.
cheap.
Yeah, it's real. Hey, I love HelloFresh. Hello.
Yeah, right. My favorite
love
part
it.
of it is just taking out the what's for dinner.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part of like half the time we're figuring out what
What's
to
it?
eat.
That's the question of the day.
And this is just like you're eating this,
What y'all
now
want?
make it. And I think that's the
What
yeah.
y'all
Asking a
want?
3 and 5-year-old is
exactly.
stupid.
Asking my 10 to 13-year-old what y'all trying to eat. I
They
don't
want
know.
something different.
Yeah.
They always want something different. I think
Yeah.
they wait to see what the first person gonna say. I don't want that. I want
Right.
something like bruh.
Every
stop."
time.
We're not going to two locations.
And then my wife pissed me off. She asked me that at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She probably about to text me right now what we doing for dinner. Like it's
But I
12:39.
understand that because that's where I be at. I be
Yeah.
asking Cotty in the morning or the night before, like,
Yeah.
what are we doing tomorrow so it can be done by because once everybody's hungry,
Right.
it sucks. Now you
Yeah.
want everything, or you know it's too late. So I'm like, at 1, let's decide we're gonna eat by 5.
Yeah.
And so that's what I like about the HelloFresh. It's already ready to go. It's there, and then the meals be good. And you can get vegan. You can get meat. You can get the family meals are usually like pasta is more heavy or whatever.
Right.
But you can order. We've done them all now. We've tried every different genre. I think my favorite is the calorie counter one
Yeah.
because it'd be like good stuff, but it's like also healthy.
Yeah.
Low on the
And
calories.
then because we just stopped caring about the kids, 'cause we was getting family meals
Right.
and they was.
Does it come? It come like in a green. Is it a green bag? Is it?
It's a
logo
box.
Is it green and brown?
Yeah, and
The
then
logo is green.
It's green.
Yeah, at
okay,
the
okay.
bottom.
So we did have that. My wife did that.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did
the
that
meats
for
and
a
stuff are
while.
at the bottom,
Yeah.
and then everything else is in their separate bags.
Yeah, she
at
did
the
that.
top.
She did that for a while.
Yeah, it's
I
dope.
might get back on that, man.
Yeah, well, if you want to, man, you can go to
It's clutch.
HelloFresh.com/issues14 and use the code issues14 for up
Issues 14.
to 14 free meals plus
Oh.
free shipping.
Okay.
14 free meals?
14
You
free
paying
meals
14.
plus free. And if you're getting the family one, there's going to be leftovers.
Man, you make me feel bad. I didn't send you no HelloFresh during your COVID
I had
session.
it. I had it already.
Okay.
We were
I'm
good
gonna
to
send
go.
it to the next person with. I'm like, bam, think
Hello.
about you. Hello.
So again,
great
that's
gift.
HelloFresh.com/issues14. Use the code issues14 for up to 14 free meals and
That's
plus
a lot
shipping.
of free
Hey,
meals.
yeah, that's
That is a
bet-
lot of
That's
meals.
better than sending flowers.
Hey,
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
Food,
Flowers ain't gonna help you get better.
Food
Eat
is
these damn roses.
Man, Hello Fresh, that's the move.
food is everything. I appreciate because we've all been through the if your nose is clogged you can't taste your food. But when it's a
Yeah.
couple days in a row, I really be like I really be eating for pleasure.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just if
Yeah.
it was just for nourishment, everybody would be shredded
Yeah.
because you would just eat healthy stuff, and then that's all that matters. Like I ate a plate of cookies the other day just because.
What kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip, homemade,
Oh,
from scratch.
Okay.
And it was.
Were they thin or were they thick?
Well, it depends. Like for the kids, I made theirs the little ones. But mine were like.
There's a
robust
sign. They,
joint.
they can be a little crispy or they can be thick.
Yeah.
You
I
like,
think it's
okay.
better to make them big because if you make them, you just gonna keep.
Popping
You gonna keep
in,
popping them.
popping
Like I
in.
notice when foods are like finger foods, you just keep going
Right.
because you don't notice it. It's almost better to get something big and then be like, I'll portion this
Right.
out. But the small stuff, like even if you get, I order burritos because with the tacos, I'll just keep going.
I'll eat 17 tacos.
Bruh.
17.
One shot.
Yeah.
If
Seriously.
it's the
Yeah.
corn tortilla joints, I've done it.
The little street tacos?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, and Del Taco surprised me that they had. Was it Del Taco?
Our Carbon.
Yeah, they were good, bro.
Nah, man.
I was
Don't
shocked.
put
The thing
Del
about Del
Taco
Taco-
in my taco conversation.
Hey, I'm
The thing
sorry,
about
though.
Del
They
Taco that I
surprised
don't
me,
like
is what
with
I'm
their
saying.
corn tortillas, they don't grill the corn tortillas.
Yeah.
They just give you them joints
get straight
as
up the
is.
back.
It was hot. It was hot, but
They
it
don't
wasn't
know to just
grilled.
throw it straight on the
Right.
fire.
Yeah.
bare.
I like mine a
Yeah.
little cooked. I don't like when it's just too
So you gotta
soggy.
cook my tortillas.
But I was shocked that it was actually good, though. I was like, yo, man, these were actually good. I mean,
They're
I told my
cool.
wife,
They
who's
decent.
Mexican, and she was like, no way. And I said, just try it. And I was like, for fast food,
For fast food.
for Del Taco, I was
Del
like,
Taco is desperate measure.
I was
I be
surprised,
hitting them
bro.
up when it's like, man,
Of course.
it's
Right.
8:30.
Yeah, but they have turkey
and they got
tacos,
vegan options now.
and they have
Chicken.
the Beyond
They got the Beyond
tacos.
Taco,
Yeah,
so
they
let
do.
me get this.
But I was shocked, though. I was
Yeah.
actually
But
like,
internally, I know what it is.
Do you
It's
think
a,
it's
uh,
wrong
You know
if
what I'm
I
saying?
start sending women I meet HelloFresh?
nah.
Like a
nah,
hint,
bro.
like,
Nah.
hey,
what's
if you
up?
cook,
Right,
I'll pull up.
you have
I'll
a few,
send
you
the
have a few
food,
stalkers.
the
Right,
items.
chill out.
You send it
I
out
just
on-
You
pull
treat him.
up
You treat
for
him
the
too
meal.
well. They like he delivering food to
You
my
was giving
door.
me
I love
hollow,
him.
right?
You got to make sure they like to cook though.
Yeah.
Oh no, it says everything right there, girl.
Yeah, just
we
make
gonna
sure.
learn. It's
I
gonna be a
love
good.
Oh, if y'all
like
cooking
stuff.
together, y'all together.
Nah,
Now, you
that's
gotta be
Hello
careful.
Fresh. It's a Hello Fresh date. This is a hello. This ain't a we together. It's Hello Fresh.
Y'all making meals together. That's ghost. You know, you behind her. You know,
Nah,
stir
yeah.
stuff
Prom
up.
pictures.
You know
That's
what
what
I
I
mean?
said. They gonna start stalking. You gotta be
Prom
careful. I'm
pictures.
telling you.
And you got some stalkers already. Some chick was like, if you're in Chicago, holla at her.
Oh, Craig is
holla
the
at her.
heartthrob of this.
No,
yeah.
this chick
Is
said,
he?
said if you're going to take a blue chew, come to Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't
Oh,
see that.
Craig is,
I did not see that.
Craig is a hot
You trying to get that
commodity.
blue
See?
chew?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
He the Devontae of this.
Yeah.
Dalvin, man,
Oh,
Dalvin.
Dalvin?
I
Is
don't
Dalvin
know.
the heartthrob or Devontae?
I don't know.
I thought it was who wrote.
thought
it was
Devontae did all
both
the
of them.
writing, right? He did.
They're
Devontae
one
did
of the
the
light
production
skinned and
and the
dark
writing.
skinned brother.
Yeah,
And then Dalvin is his brother, look just like him.
yeah.
But see, Devontae was doing beats and stuff. Dalvin, was he rapping? Was he,
He
writing?
said
it?
he produced. I saw an interview with him. He said he produced some tracks and wrote some, but I think Devontae was the main like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never
behind
even
the scene
gave
cat.
Dalvin a mic when they performed.
Nah.
So I think he
Devontae
was
got a
the
lot of love,
heartthrob.
and then obviously Casey and JoJo did the singing, but nobody cared.
So he had to be the heartthrob. That was his job. So Dalvin.
Who, Dalvin?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
Dalvin.
man, it was the Devontae. You him. Take it.
Dalvin.
You him with the shades and the talk. He was talking.
Yeah, he was, and he always his shirt open, tattoos
At
showing.
the beginning of the stage, he was like, man, this,
He
that,
was
and the
talking.
third girl.
He got the keyboard.
Once they put you on the talk, you
Yeah.
are officially the heartthrob of the
yeah.
group.
So was bruh from Boyz II Men, was he the heartthrob?
The deep voice?
Yeah.
Michael?
What
Yeah.
happened to him though? Because he wasn't. I just saw. him.
He had health issues,
Yeah.
and then he ended up leaving the group for a while, and then you know he just wasn't really feeling the touring and stuff like that. So he was just
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm
kind
gonna
of.
just opt
I
out.
thought it was kind of wrong. They threw him with a cane. It was like that's pimpish. It's like no, he's sick.
He's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, he really
he
was
tried
sick.
to
But
make
we
him
didn't
look
know
like a
back then.
pimp.
We was just like, oh, that's dope. He got a
Yeah.
cane. And this nigga's like, I'm struggling.
Damn.
I'm trying to walk, bruh.
Putting that together now.
But the
that's
other
crazy.
three stayed together strong.
They
Yeah,
did.
they
Yes.
still, yeah. Well,
Right.
two of them brothers, so you know they gonna rock.
Well, his brothers in there?
Yeah.
Who's the
Wanya
brother?
and Nate are brothers.
This
I
whole
didn't know they
time?
were
Yeah.
brothers.
They brothers?
Yeah.
Hey, if they're not brothers, please let Keon have it in the comments.
I didn't know that.
I
they
thought
were
everybody
brothers.
knew that.
I didn't know that.
They were brothers.
So
thought
they,
the Jagged
they
Edge
they're
got some
brothers,
brothers.
and then they met. They all went to the art school. That's where they met Sean. And then I forgot where Mike came into play, but they all went to that, Archie school together. They were singing, and then
I never knew
and
they were
then
brothers.
there was a
another
dude,
member.
and the dude from
As
As
Yet,
Yet, he
the
was
lead
supposed to
singer.
be in the group
Oh, really?
and got a solo deal, and then
He,
I'm
he
sure
left
he
when he
kicked
got that
himself.
Michael Bivins
Man.
paperwork. He was like,
but
Michael,
it wasn't
Michael Bivins.
that he wanted out though. Like
wanted
even
out of-
before he didn't want, he wanted to be, and it
Solo?
was like the labels was like no. He wanted to be in Boyz II Men.
Oh, okay.
And he was trying to get out of his, and they wouldn't. So he ended up doing As Yet. They had that one hit, and then that was it. But he was trying to be in Boyz II Men, and Boyz II Men wanted him in there, and it was contract crap.
Dang.
You're right.
I think they seen that Michael Bivins contract and was like,
And they got a super like on their third album, they got like a $30 million deal for the record label they were with.
Man.
And that was like a huge deal back then
yeah.
for the Evolution album and the albums after
Evolution
that. It was
was good,
$30 million because before that, like 2 and Cooley High Harmony sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
So they was like 30 million right here off the top.
Man. That's
And
a lot
it's-
of bread.
that's
Now
a
they
lot of
good. They
bread.
got the residency. A
Right.
lot of people getting residencies now in
Yeah.
Vegas. Like a lot. Usher just got one.
Yeah.
And then like comedians do. Like a lot of people are
Usher's
like,
outfits have been wild as shit.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's dressing
I
like
want to see you in an
should've
Usher
said his
outfit.
nah, man. He's dressing like
I want
Freddie
to see
Mercury.
Chaz in an outfit. I don't care. Outfit that looked like he gave a damn today. That's all I want to see.
I gotta have a reason to go give a damn. Once I have a reason to give a damn, I'll wear an outfit to give a damn.
Chaz do be judging outfits.
That was like, come on.
Wait.
The source material. I was like, man,
Here's
If
the thing,
Usher
though.
know who
performed
you are?
in this right now,
Well, that would be different if I performed in
the
that.
shorts right now, man.
Usher got on stage.
But see,
Chaz
the
will
people,
always give you a nice T-shirt.
the people don't
But
know,
then the
man.
bottoms
They
just
don't see the
The
shorts.
bottoms be whatever.
They would never tell you if you didn't know. They'd never know. I'm completely
Chaz got a
pantsless.
pair of high top Air Force Ones, white. That if he don't get rid of these shit,
We gonna jump him.
I'm gonna break into his crib and steal him. Oh, tough. Next time he go out of town, I'm like, hey, I want to come by. You know,
See Izzy? It's just me and Chad's closet.
We're coming by. I'm
Kidnapping his shoes, like,
looking for them shoes.
For one, I don't go out of town. For two, I'd have them on when I go.
You got them on right now?
No,
Oh,
I got my old Cortezes, but
I
I'd
was
have
about
them
to say,
on in the airport.
if you ever have them on, pull them up to the camera.
Those are my airport shoes, bro. I'll
They
be
are.
walking through.
And this is coming from somebody like my workout shoes. I wore those biblically. Like it was a hole in the back, hole in the toe. But those are shoes I walk
my
around
shoes
with.
ain't got holes in them.
But they all folded up and
They
curled
forces,
up.
bro. Forces are quick to fold on you. You can only get a few good pairs of forces to be natural. We know forces don't last like that.
Chaz's clothes makes you feel good. It's like memories. You're like, okay, I remember that. Okay, yeah. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I remember that. Yeah, all right.
I just wear what's comfortable, man.
Like the Civil War boots.
my
Make you
MO,
feel
bro.
good.
Civil War.
They'll never
my
die.
favorite.
That's my MO. I go like, this is comfortable, man. I'm doing this.
Oh, sorry. I meant to ask you. Did your wife speak Spanish?
No, she doesn't.
I've always wondered that.
It's interesting. Well, true enough, my wife just found out that she was Mexican like almost 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
She
wow.
didn't know. Yeah, she
That's
just
some
found,
real LA hood shit.
Yeah, she just found her biological father and shit. So
What did she think she was?
Well, you know what? She really didn't identify with anything. Like her mom was her mom thought she was Italian all this time. Her mom was actually Portuguese.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then
They're right next to
Oh,
each
so they
other.
just didn't know what the hell. was
Good
going on.
old ancestry DNA.
Yeah, man. She went and did a I could tell the story too. She tells the story all the time. But she went on 21andMe and she saw someone. She was like, "Yo, Arthur," and then she was like, "They said this guy's my sibling," and she was thinking the guy who she thought was her dad. She's like, "Oh shit, my dad, he's a deadbeat anyways, a guy named Mark." She was like, "Yo, he went out and had another kid. We didn't know that."
Man, yeah,
And
two
then-
deadbeat dads?
Right, but then she looked, she's like, wait, she's like, Art, she's like, no, like this guy's my sibling. And then she saw his dad, she was like, and my wife looks just like her biological dad. Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
It looks
Oh,
so much
wow.
alike. And luckily, like, he's a really, really good dude, man. I love dude. Like, me and him have a super cool
Oh,
relationship.
they have
yeah,
a
they met,
relationship.
like, he was just at my house, like, last week.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
How did that come about?
I know Art's like, how am I a deadbeat? That ain't even me, bro.
No, he was so excited to like. So when she hit him up, was like, she basically said, "Yo, I think you my father."
Oh,
And
he
then-
didn't know.
He didn't know. He was like, and the crazy part about it is her mother. We think her mother knew. Like he used to ump my wife's softball games.
Oh, wow. He
And
was
that's how
seeing his
close they
daughter
were.
on
Like,
the
and they
weekend.
didn't know. He
wow.
didn't know. He didn't know she was
man,
his.
that
Yeah, man.
sucks.
So Yeah, so he broke down. Like, she FaceTimed immediately. Like, they looked at each other, they both smiled, and he just started crying like, "You are my daughter."
Of
That's
course.
crazy. He knew before he even took
Yeah.
it. They did this DNA test, but he knew. He was like, "Yeah, you my daughter." Like, and it was crazy. And like,
He probably wanted to. He
Yeah,
probably
he
would have
did.
been all in
He's
the
a
whole
great
time.
grandfather, great father. He's in our lives. Like,
Damn.
he about to take us to Hawaii. Like, he's a good dude.
Oh,
Like, you know,
snap.
he
You could have had this whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole time. I was gonna put tips on her other punk ass father. You know what I mean? I told him I'm gonna beat your ass if I ever see you out in these streets, bruh. But now I ain't gotta worry about that Buster. You feel me? Like,
Wait, does he get an
crazy.
apology though?
Who?
Because he wasn't the dad. Do you be like, I'm sorry, I was
No,
gonna beat your ass?
No, I'm still not gonna say nothing to him. But I'm like, but he knew he never really my wife's life because he always said that that's not my daughter. He like knew.
Oh, so he
You
was.
see what I'm saying? He knew. So he kind of took that out. My daughter, my wife, she's just a child. She don't know, but he knew, and he treated her a certain way. He never came and saw my kids, his grandkids, or supposed grandkids, but it all worked out. It was all good.
So, but the mom
That's a
knew.
great story.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. The mom.
Well, I mean, it is and it ain't. Because that dad would have been
Yeah, I mean,
all in the whole
it's
time.
30
He
years
missed a lot of
He
good
missed
years.
a lot.
but
And
it's
she
never
did.
too late.
all of
It's
them.
never too late.
It's
But
never
you
too
know-
late.
too late.
But you know what's
Never too
interesting is that he said he's glad that we found him at this part in his life. 'Cause, like, he's a man of Jehovah now. Like back then, he says like just a few years ago, 7 years ago, he was a different person.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so now he said it's good that we found him at this point in his life. Like say,
Right.
dude is a super like stand up. We need something. My wife went out of town. We couldn't get a babysitter council on us. He like, I'll come down from Sacramento and watch the kids. Don't worry about it.
he
That's
comes
what's
down
up.
from
5 hours
Sacramento.
drive to
Making the
Waco.
trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Took him to Six Flags and
Oh.
David Buster's.
So not
and-
only is he a grandpa, but he's a making up for time grandpa.
Oh,
So he's probably
and
killing.
I'm cashing in.
Yeah,
Cashing
he probably
in.
I'm
killing.
gonna hit your dad up. Tell him we need that.
Yo.
Now, how's it with her and him?
Oh, they're great. They're
Yeah.
great. They talk all the time. I think I probably talk to him more than she do, but you know what I mean.
For
Like,
real.
we just talk. He's a good dude. He's a Libra as well. We both have birthday in
Yeah,
October.
you Libra?
Yeah, I'm a
Come on,
Libra.
home, fam.
October 9th. Yeah.
Let's
So,
go. Sincere, you a Libra, right?
Nah, he a Virgo.
Shut it down.
You should have quit when you was ahead. You was like, Libra,
Yeah, Libra,
sincere.
Craig, you scales.
So it's interesting that we have that dynamic with him now. My dad came back into our lives. My dad was in prison. My dad was in prison for 18 years. You know?
Damn,
So
wow.
he got out when I was 21, and I was in Singapore. I was in the Navy at the time, and he called like, "Yo, I'm home," and I'm like, "You home?" He's like, "I've been talking to you forever through phones and like visitations, like for 18 years of my life." You know what I mean? He got out and. We have a great relationship. My dad always talked though. We always
Yeah.
talk. He was
Yeah,
in prison. My dad talked. I was talking to him when I was pulling up. But
Oh, wow.
now it's just interesting that my kids, me and my wife really didn't have our fathers in our lives, but our kids have their grandfather. You know what I mean? And to see-
Yeah.
and to see how they treat their grandkids, I'm like, oh, you've been an amazing father. Like my
Yeah.
father,
If you
my
would've-
father. He
Yeah.
taught my father give us anything I want, bro. I can tell my father, right? I can call him right now. Dad, I need some. He was like, hey man, okay, all right, I get it. What you need? You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
dad, he's that type of guy.
Well, that was
too.
also big on your mom to allow him to continue to have that relationship even through
Oh,
the
yeah.
phone.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot
But
of people
my-
be shutting that down.
My mom and my dad are back together, obviously. Since he came home, they got back together.
Really?
They about to get married. In 2
Wow.
months. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you just happy Indies McGee over
Yeah,
here.
bro.
You
See,
should
so,
get
yeah,
that in.
but that's where it's at, though. You know, the sex thing, the career-wise, that's great, but like just the family dynamic for me, just feeling good energy around. That's what I'm most happy about. Right now, you feel me? So,
I mean, that's
yeah.
a
super
super matters,
dope.
bro.
Yeah. That's all. That's what matters to me the most, man. Is family, bro. I'm big on that. So,
Right.
Yeah.
The older I get, I definitely. Somebody asked me in my DMs like, what what I want out of life, and I'd be like peace and happiness.
Peace
like
and happiness. That's it, bro.
I don't get it. I don't care about nothing else
I'm
anymore.
very simple. You just get peace
Like-
and happiness, bro. You never get a bad.
Right.
shit.
That should be like fun, bro. Like this shit should just be fun. all
Fun. That's
the
what I said.
time.
Fun too.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
My wife be like, "You never want to argue with people. You kind of, you're kind of." I'm like, I'm not passive because one, I'm like, if I'm not gonna fight you, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Point.
fight
Feel
you.
that.
You know what I mean? But to argue, go verbally back. No, I'm not. About to
That's a
argue
lot
with
of
you.
energy.
It's
What
a
we
lot of
doing?
energy for what? It's not. And
What
it's
we
not-
doing?
And we still gonna leave feeling the same way we
Right.
did before. So I'm like, bro, you got it.
No,
I
you got
tell my
it.
wife all the time, like, I'm just here for a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Also,
yeah,
growing up in LA, you learn to not participate in that because it goes left fast.
really fast, really fast. I lost a lot of homeboys off of it. You know what I mean? Oh, just
You coulda just walked
you know?
away.
Yeah, could just
Yeah.
walked away, bro. And me, I could have been one of them people going too,
Right.
just because I'm sticking my chest out.
Right.
Ooh, but it's like at the end of the day, you like, it ain't even worth it, bro.
Nah,
you
when
know,
you
I
get
don't
I
gotta
older.
live with you. I ain't
ain't
gotta
gotta
do
see
nothing.
you after this. All right, you got it. You got it. Have
The
a good
peace,
one,
man.
Yeah,
The
have
peace.
a good one, bro.
Even you'll even take L's for peace.
Yeah, you
like
will.
even like I gotta call my dad. We all got into it yesterday. Me and my brothers and my dad. He went off, went off. And me and my brothers are talking like, nigga, he's wrong, by the way. But so I called him, and basically I'm gonna let him vent today.
Yeah.
I texted him. I said, you know what? Call me, You cuss me out. You can do whatever you got to get out. Because apparently he told he's holding some shit that he didn't release. I said, if you want to get cussed, go ahead. I'll be a punching bag for the day. And then just to keep you know what I mean? Like, that's my, I ain't going to, I'm not talking to you then. You know what I mean? Like, I think that stuff is stupid. Yeah. So I'm like, whatever it is, you'll get it off your chest. And I've actually, a couple days ago, told myself I want to become a better listener. So it's fitting that I'm gonna let this dude pretty much cuss me out there, just to hear what are you going through, bro? Right. What is your thing?
So do you guys do that with your kids? Like, because for me, like I'm quick to apologize to my kids. Like, because some people I know, some parents, I think we were raised on that.
They're always right.
They're always right, and they never be vulnerable with us. They can never admit they're wrong. But I feel like if I do that, I'm just only hurting my kids, you know what I mean, and their future relationships. Because do you ever like apologize to your kids? Do you ever like say, "Yo, I'm sorry," like genuinely?
Yeah, I'm quick to apologize and be like, I was wrong. You know what? Or else, see, my kids will keep bringing it up, so I'm quick to say, or they'll keep trying to prove how I was wrong. So just to get that out the way, like, I was wrong.
Yeah. Do you feel like you was wrong? Or you just saying that?
Yeah, because I don't need to see the receipts. I've been wrong enough that I went through it. You showing me text from 8 months ago? You right?
Yeah, okay, so sincere to put you on the spot. Has your father ever apologized to you? Just, I'm sorry.
I mean, like, we don't fight.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
We don't be arguing.
But just in general,
just
though,
in general,
he was just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like, or I don't even like being wrong. Like, I don't know. I haven't been like wrong, there's nothing to apologize for.
Right. See, you not told a great dad. He told them, Kyle, he looked at him like, go ahead, tell him.
Yeah, because I know the only thing I apologize to them a lot about is like, if I haven't seen them. Yeah. Or like, I apologize for the Chicago trip that we couldn't go on. Or like, struggling to find, a house. I'll be apologizing for stuff like that all the time. Yeah. But like we don't have a lot of disagreements or anything like that.
That's
like,
dope.
And if they come to me with like, stuff to get off their chest or to ventilate, I'm always just listening. Like, this. Like when he come to me with some, hey man, what would you do in this situation? I'm like, oh. Glad you came.
Yeah.
Glad you came.
Glad you came.
Sit on the couch.
Yeah, whenever he be, opening up about some stuff he got going on.
Do you think that comes from you not being angry? Like a lot of people are walking around angry.
Oh shit, yeah.
And
I think it's a mixture of like, I don't carry an angry spirit.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of baggage in terms of not only anger, but just like, I'm not hung up on, always being right. It's my way or the highway, just because I said so. I don't really carry those things. So I'm always just trying to, listen, be open, take it in. That way, because I know how it gets when you get older and like you start to, when you were that type of parent, to shut everything down every time your kid had an issue or this, that, and the third. The kids kind of distance themselves from you, and I don't want to have that when they get older.
Exactly.
So it's just like I've always made sure to. But they make it easy too. Like my particular kids make it easy to where it's not a lot of conflict or it's not a lot of stuff like that going on. Me and Serene were talking the other day because I made a video about him in his text.
I saw that video.
And so he had hit me up as to why like he don't be texting like that. I was like, I wasn't buying none of the excuses he had. Because it'd be like, I'm not asking for novels. It'd just be like, yo, check this house out. And then he responded, but then Serene nowhere to be found.
He
like,
saw it.
He was like, oh, my bad. It's always a reason for everything. And I don't like excuses.
Right.
So it was just like, but like some little stuff like that. Like, and, with me and Serene, we've had different conversations than me and Sincere have had to have because, he was just going through a period of like, financial irresponsibility or like, doing stuff like that.
Right.
So I had to have those like, tougher convos. But Sincere just be chilling. Just be like,
And plus, we're from a different era. Our parents were to do as I say, not as I do. Now it's we could talk about this and figure
let's
it
have
out.
a discussion.
Right.
Nah, bro, because you see all these adults who couldn't express themselves be angry dudes,
Right.
and they'd be like, and then you be like, hey, dog, what the fuck is happening over there?
Yeah.
And then I don't know how to express my anger.
Yeah, you don't know how to
Nobody ever
express.
listened to me growing up.
Bruh, that's a big thing.
It is. Cats
It's
don't know
huge.
how to. I've seen grown men throw tantrums, dog. You be like, hey, dog.
And you can always find the origin story.
Yeah.
Like when you talk to people and
Oh,
really
for
start
sure.
digging in.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
that's why I
became a
apologize. I
villain.
do apologize to my kids if I'm wrong, because I don't ever want them to feel like they couldn't say anything.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm honestly trying. I'm not an angry person,
I'm the same.
but I'm trying to break a family cycle.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
grandpa was an angry dude, and because of that,
Mm-hmm.
my dad short trigger. My brother is and I'm like,
It
let's
trickles
chill
down, yeah.
on the reactions to things. Sometimes
Yeah.
are just so over the top.
Over the
like
top.
Cotty, she's seen it before, and she'd be like, "How did that go get there?"
There. Yeah.
I'm like, because
yeah.
these niggas they have shit.
Right,
You know, they're
right,
upset.
Right. And
So
that's all.
That's-
Go ahead, go ahead.
One of the reasons why I communicate with my son is also because I don't like. I want him to know that even if we have a difference of opinion, that doesn't mean that we have to be angry. I can hear you out. You can hear me out.
Right.
We don't have to agree. Now let's continue on.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And I always tell my kids too. I always tell, like I tell my wife, I'm like, I apologize, and I want y'all to be able to tell me when I'm tripping, because you know, what I mean, I can't. Maybe I am tripping. I just
Right.
need you to check me. Be like, yo, you tripping? Just check me. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I always tell them if I'm telling you tripping, it's because I have your best interest at hand. I'm not telling you this for any other reason than
Right.
like, yo, I'm just trying to make sure you're better and your situation's better. You're a
Right.
better person. I'm not telling you this for no other reason than that. I have no like ill will against you, my family. You know, so that's why I always tell my kids, like, if I'm tripping, I tell my wife, you know, look, I'm gonna start rising soon enough. I might start tripping eventually. You know what I mean? I need you to check me. Like I
Right.
tell my kids too. Like, yo, dad, like, what?
There's gonna be more and more
Yeah.
yes men, and only at home they could tell you,
Right.
"Hey, you
Yeah,
bugging.
yeah,
Exactly.
You got a
Exactly.
leather shirt on, Tony.
Exactly.
What you doing?"
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Say, Dad, those leather pants you about to, or those leather shorts
Right.
you about to go outside with?
In the
But I've been
pool,
biking, son.
You
You
gonna
see my
really get in the
legs?
pool with your
the leather shorts? That's a leather bucket hat on
family,
your
you
head.
definitely
Okay, it's
need
interesting.
the checkers.
Nah, it's
Yeah.
the most humbling shit, bro. You go get celebrated, clap for, blah blah blah. Come home like, you gonna do the dishes? You be like,
Yeah.
You need that though. You need
all
I
that.
was just
Yeah,
I love that.
Hey, I do. I did this
trash
last
ain't gonna take
night.
out itself.
I be needing. I told Cotty, and she's been doing it too. You know, my delivery sucks a lot of times.
Okay,
So it's not what I said.
it's how you say
It's
it.
how I said it and whatever. And she'd be like, "Don't talk to me like that," or "Don't." And sometimes I'm really not cognizant of it. Like I didn't
Right.
know. I said something the other day. I honestly thought it was super lighthearted. Like it was an extra spoon out, and I was like, "How did these 2 spoons get there?" She was like, "I don't know. I have it." I was like, "Well, I know I didn't have it." And then she was like, she's going back and forth. I'm sitting there like, I know I didn't have the spoon. Then she goes, "Oh yeah, I took it out." I was like, "I knew you did." That's how I thought I said it. But she said the way I said it was like, yeah, I told you, dumbass. Like she said the way I said it was like, she was like, "Don't patronize." You know what I mean? Like, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I didn't feel like I said it. I just knew I was right."
Right.
But she said the way I said it,
Right.
and she was like, "Don't talk to me like that." And I was
Women
like,
always say
"Okay,
things
well,
differently. They
I
always say
apologize."
things
But I'd be
differently.
quick to be like, "Okay," 'cause if I've tried to get over, you know, the whole thing of like dismissing how somebody feels.
Yeah,
Or
that's,
being
that's huge.
offended.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
you know what I mean? And
That's
I'm like,
huge.
I'm really working on that. Like, I can't, just because I wouldn't trip,
Right.
it's not
Not
fair
saying
for
that
you to
shouldn't
say
trip.
you
Yeah,
shouldn't
it could be
trip.
different people.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, okay, if that's how you need to be addressed, I will work on, you know, things of that
Exactly.
nature. Because, yeah, it all matters. You know?
Yeah,
It
matters.
does.
It does. It
We
does.
might
does.
be at the empathetic stage of our lives.
Maybe, probably. Getting older.
I actually learned that from Tony, man. Like, we were roommates, and Tony always told me the little stuff matters. Because I'd be like, are you tripping over a spoon? That'd be me. You're tripping over this? I'd be like, what does this got to do with life or death? And Tony be like, little things matter, dog. And I'm like, yeah. And then, you know, as you grow up and shit, and you go like, yeah, you can't discount. You know, if you didn't know me, Tony roommates before, so just think I was just at his
Mad
house
long.
leaving spoons
Yeah.
around, right? Yeah. So I mean, but it's one of those things where you like, but you see it with, you know, my mom lives with me now. I moved my mom out here, and then you know, the daughter, she's a nut. She don't really count, but even with my wife, you know, I always try to make sure like, okay, I know this is important to you, and maybe you have feelings behind it. You know, sometimes somebody
right.
get emotional about something. I'll be like,
Right.
Okay, I don't get it. I don't have to get it though.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
You know, I don't have
Exactly.
to understand. I don't have to put my my shoes and or my feet in
Yourself
your
in the
shoes.
situation.
Yeah, I don't have to do that. All I have to do is understand this bothers you.
Right.
Right, and I go like, that's fine. If I understand this bothers you, like, hey, I ain't got to get in your mind, right? I go like, hey, no doubt.
Right.
I understand that frustrates you, so let me just do this,
Right.
you know, because I know it bothers you for whatever reason on earth, right?
Exactly. That's what I say. That's what I tell my wife. I'm like, yeah, if it bothers you, fine, I'll stop because it doesn't bother me to do
Right.
it differently.
Right.
Do it
Right.
differently. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it doesn't bother me to do it differently, so I
Yeah.
do it differently. You know what I mean? But I think that's the ego that stops people from like want to do it differently. Like, it do bother them like to do it differently,
Right.
but it's like it only bothers them because you just got your ego involved.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? That's the only reason why it bothers you.
I had
That's real.
Yeah.
learn how to like stop trying to understand everything, and that's very hard for me. Like, because I need stuff to make sense.
Yeah, same.
So I be trying to, it doesn't matter if I don't
It's like
get.
does not compute.
Yeah, I'm like, it
Not
doesn't matter if
compute.
I don't understand why you feel this way, or that's how you feel.
right.
So
right.
I have to adjust.
yeah.
I can't be like, well, why are you? That's
And you're always
that's-
allowed to feel how you feel, man.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're allowed to feel that way, whatever it is.
You look at you crazy if somebody want to get you and they like have a problem with you. Like, I can understand how you just like stand up. You just go up there and you just
Yeah.
want people laughing in your face and you probably be like, what you mean you don't understand how I feel? You probably take offense to it almost, but then like
Yeah.
some people can feel,
Well,
Yeah.
people will be like, you're an attention whore. You be like,
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see,
It's
you
just-
see, and
Which
like,
is crazy
like
because
it
a lot
right
of us
there.
aren't.
Yeah, you be like,
Yeah.
nah.
You see us at
fam.
a social event, we be fading out.
It's like it's different, or
We be-
you don't go out at all.
yeah.
People like never see you out. I'm like, I know.
Like if I go to a comedy club now, I'd be non-existent. I just sit in the corner and I'd be like, "What's up? Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
what you were saying the other day.
Yeah.
A lot of comedians be on
Oh, constantly. Yeah.
off stage,
I know.
and I'll just
I
be
know.
like, I'll be off.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I could be going up in 5 minutes. I'm off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd just be sitting like in the corner. And plus now, because I got a bad ear too, I can barely hear.
Right.
You know, so now I got to lean in. It's just like, oh,
And it's just a
man.
lot of energy. Like we were
Yeah.
talking about it, because at first I was like, well, maybe it's me having to get reacclimated to the scene. Because what he's referring to is we had Chocolate Sundays, and I went and sat in the car in between shows. Because it was so many comedians and just so many. Chocolate Sundays is already a thing. Everybody
Right.
dressed to the cars and
Yeah,
women, and so
right,
that's
yeah.
already a lot.
Right.
And then comedians are a lot, and I was just like, I'm gonna just go sit in the car, and I just chill because I don't. If it's not people I met, like we all at the house,
Right.
yeah, I mean that's
it.
different energy.
Yeah.
But when it's a social setting like that and it's a lot, I'll be like, I'll just fade out.
Then it's not just comedians going up that day. It's just the whole crowd of comedians that want to be there.
Just
You
want to
know?
be there.
And they don't like the silence, like they can't just,
Chill.
because I'll just be sitting there on my phone just chilling.
Right.
I'm comfortable in silence.
Yeah. Same.
And then we could be sitting right here, 15 minutes we ain't talking. And I'll be like, man, blah 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 blah.
Right,
Yep,
right,
yep.
yeah.
Boom. Without even it being forced, it's just a
Right, yeah.
natural,
No,
you
no,
know.
seriously.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel a need to fill the space with talk all the time.
Right.
And some comedians they can't
Shut up.
handle it.
Yeah.
Not just
I know.
talking; they have to be
Performing,
It's
like,
jokes.
Like,
It's-
they're
and it's
working.
like,
They're
yo,
working. They're
bro.
working the material out.
Man.
That's some of the newer ones as well because they're not getting the stage time. So they're like, "There's people here. I'm gonna try all my shit."
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with you? You be like,
And
you
it's this
doing
thing for
material.
approval, bro. Like, cats want your approval. Cats want you to be like, oh, I'm in the clique. Or they want to take what they've been doing. So they ain't like, hey, see, you've been doing this, man. I've been doing shit too. You be like, hey, man, how's the fam? How you
Right,
doing?
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need all the... But people really, like, want to impress you. They want to
Right.
just be like, hey, Tony, you're
Especially
funny.
in LA.
I'm funny, too. You be like, I believe you.
And until you said that, I didn't even think about it, and I think that's why I fade more now.
It's a
Because
big
the
thing,
bigger we
dude.
all get,
Yeah.
the people who coming up behind us, they're like, "Yo, you're you."
Yeah,
and I think
you're a level up. You know what
right,
I mean?
and I didn't
that's
even
what it
realize
is.
that until you said
Man,
that.
you know how many times, bro? This is a big reason why I even stopped posting the shows I worked on, because it was like anytime I'm around or out, cats hit me, yo, got this idea, bro. I see you over here, man. We working on this thing. I'll be like, yo, like, dog,
And you know what's funny too, because they still
you never hit me before this.
but they still come to you in a sense of like, you know, if you don't say nothing to them, you don't try to help them out or whatever, but they still don't realize it, like we're still trying to put ourselves on. You know what I mean? We leveled up, but we're still trying to. We're still in a position we can pull people up with us. Like we're still trying to climb the rope ourselves. So it's like, bro, give us some time, you know. And people see you on TV that, oh, bro, you working? Also, you doing that? I'm just like,
hey, and Issa, my screenplay, baby.
Bro, you know how people told me this? I'm like, me and Issa just became cool like a few months ago. Like we chopping now, and I'm just like. Bro, like it's not even like that.
Been on the show for a couple seasons.
Yeah, man, a couple seasons. Like, bro, like relax. You know,
I don't even like talking about my stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah,
I don't like because people always bring it up now. Like, I see you out here, this and I'll be like, I deflate immediately. Like you know, if it's a quick like I see you doing, man, I'm proud of you.
Right.
If it's a quick but all that, I just be like,
It's easy to find out who your friends are, though.
Yeah, because I'm not. I've never been the guy that's been like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Because my origin story on why I don't brag about nothing is Chicago. When I was showing off and bragging, my bike got stolen, my dyno bike got took. You know what I'm saying? So I learned in elementary school, don't show off, don't brag. And so you know, I just keep everything.
But do y'all feel like it's crazy, like in this climate, this current climate that we're in, that we sort of have to be braggadocious? You know what I mean? Because the internet, like you look at Instagram, like it's all like look at me.
We have to promote.
We have to promote,
but we don't have to be braggadocious. We do have to, because we're our own business. You know what I mean? So I think we definitely have to promote, but I don't think we have. There's some people who stunt.
Yeah.
The stunting is not necessary.
I'm not one of those people. I cannot.
When you're posting yourself on set, that's for people. Hey, the show's coming out. Watch the show.
But I get what you're saying, because there's a thing of like, hey, I'm a working actor. I book. So if somebody sees this, also like, you know,
because agencies do look
absolutely
at social media.
Absolutely,
so
they
important.
do look at that, and they do for writers also. You know, they go and look at that stuff. You know, they want to see what you've been on and what you do or who your personality is. Like, I get that idea, but also I go like, yo, I try to connect with people still the same old school way. Right. Like emails and texts and calls, you know?
Yeah.
I go like, I can still have a great relationships with people who you won't know I have relationships with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like a lot of my, I guess, pictures that would have me in the millions, I just have them either in my phone, or in my house. I'm like, I don't need to know about that relationship.
Right.
You know, but also I think about like, there's some things that you keep precious. Like I don't never post my daughter because that's precious to me. So I'm like, she's mine. Right. I was like, y'all don't get to have her. She's mine, you know. But even with work, man, like I feel like maybe I should post more stuff.
Yeah.
But then I also go like, has it changed me from working? I'm like, am I working less because of it? I go like, no, busy. You know, busy. Like busy's like great.
You definitely need to post more.
Yeah. I never felt like I do.
Not the baby, but like just like because you do. You know, you got a podcast that you do.
Well, I've been trying to post those more, but I'm still raggedy on it.
The other stuff you do is gonna matter.
Right.
Why should I watch your podcast? Oh, because he does.
Yeah. It's definitely a tool for us.
Yeah. It is a tool, and I get the marketing value 1,000%. You know what I mean? But if it's just off of some like, oh, hey guys, just worked on this, I don't want to do that.
But I get that though. But it can also, like, you know, posting it every now and then that you're working on this, that, and the third can boost your credibility because these agencies are looking.
Right.
Yeah. Usually I post other people's stuff because these agencies could be looking.
Right.
I'm like, these are the people that you might want to see doing stuff.
Right.
But has social media anyway, like, you know, this field that we're in, like, has it like kind of made y'all look at it differently? Like, 'cause I for me, like, I seen a few, you know, like guys, like I started doing comedy sketches, right? But I was gonna be an actor when I was a kid, right? And I always gonna be an actor, but people were like, yo, you can do stand up too. So I hit, you know, Michael did Chocolate Sunday and everybody like, hey man, you great, you good, come back. But then I was just like, nah, because I feel like everyone who started doing, and one, I respect stand up a whole lot. I'm like, I respect what you guys do. Like, I like much dedication to the craft, like hitting 8 different spots a night. I'm like, bro, I love watching. I don't love it much to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I have to do that, but I know I have to work at it to be good, you know? And I see like some guys, they're like, oh, I make sketches. Now they like, oh, come check me out. I'm also doing stand up too. You know what I mean? And does it kind of make you look at, you know, stand up differently? Like, is it no?
What it does is it's like they gonna get that truth serum, which is the live audience. Because all right, if they doing sketches now, they transitioning into stand up.
Right.
the grind of it is gonna weed out who it's not meant for.
Right.
Like if they do a show and they up there and the crowd's excited, yeah, your videos,
Right?
But you still got to deliver that real shit on stage. If
Right.
not, they're gonna be like, man,
Do you feel like someone just went off a notoriety just because they have the big following? And
But it's gonna happen. I mean, that's what you
Yeah.
do it for. But then when you see cats who get big and they start doing stand up, I go like, I get it. You're making money.
They gotta eat.
Yeah.
This club is gonna pay you this.
They gonna pay you.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Now it's on you though to work at the like. There are a lot of people who come from the Vine and the IG who are actually working to be good stand-ups.
Right.
Right.
And then there's other ones you could tell they just took a quick money grab.
But would
And
you ever
then-
have those guys on your shows? You know that's not good, but they got the big following.
I think
if
it's
I know
more-
they're not good, no.
I think it's more scary for them because they build an expectation, then they show up and it's like, hey man, you got this room filled with 300 people that it took this dude 6 or 8 years to get, and now you coming to them with
this
your
ain't no
first
60-second
week worth
set,
of
man, you know what I'm
material.
saying?
You're doing yourself a disservice. You didn't put
Right,
that time in.
You got to put that whole hour in. I'm
The
45.
same thing with auditions. Sometimes we'll get somebody from YouTube or Instagram, and they'll
Right.
be like, they have followers. You need to see this guy. And you're like, all right, let's see him.
Right.
And they don't know the first thing about even coming into a room to slate.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's throwing them in front of directors that are
Yeah.
like, oh, this dude was terrible. I don't
Yeah.
need to see him ever again.
And you know what? That kind of hurt me too, because I came in like at the tail end of like I did Vines a little later, but then my social media name started getting bigger, and it was like, oh, he's just a social media guy. We don't want these guys auditioning. You know what I mean? I had like cast directors tell me like, yo, we don't like you guys can't act, and I'm like, bro, I did the social media stuff because no one I couldn't get in the room. Like I had to do this. You know what I mean? Like you guys forced me. No one wants to see me. It's almost like when they say, we want you to get this job, but you got to have 5 years of experience. You're like, well, nobody will give me the experience. So you see what I'm saying? So I have to do it that way. But yeah, I definitely.
But it's
feel-
also why I do like social media.
You were prepared because you were acting. You wanted to act. So you were prepared going into those rooms.
Yeah.
Some people, all they've done is
Right.
their IG and then
be
they're
themselves, and they can be
Like,
themselves.
now they got to be a role, and they're
Yeah,
like, oh
shit.
shit,
Oh,
I'm not used to remembering lines.
And I understand your
different
offense
muscle.
too.
Yeah.
I understand you being offended because I'd be quick because when my social media got bigger,
Yeah.
it was like you're one of my favorite internet comics. I'd be like, hold on.
Right, yeah. That's
I
what I'm
started
saying.
doing this shit because the world was shut down. I do stand up. I'm not a
Right.
guy coming from here trying stand up.
Right.
I do stand up, and I was dabbling in this, and it just happened to be going well.
and that's why I
but
kinda-
don't lump me with
Yeah,
these
that's
other
what I'm
guys.
saying.
You come see me on stage. There's a strong chance you're gonna like me on
Right,
stage.
right.
These other ones, I don't know. I don't know what
I don't
to
know
tell you.
about them. I don't know.
So
But I'm not so much as offended as I am just like it took me by surprise because it changed from what what Hollywood was to me growing up watching it to like what it is now. It's completely changed. You know what I mean? And it was just having to be like, damn, when do I? Because I was getting pretty, high C shit, the Crip shit. It was getting big, and I could have. Tony's like, yo, you said you told me like I really thought you was out here gangbanging like
Me
that.
neither.
First time I met you all day.
I completely
You know what
bought
I
the
mean?
character.
I know, and so
I was
that's
like-
and I could have made him big, but I didn't. I'm like, if I've been introduced as a world. As a Crip dude that make the comedy sketches, they're gonna know me for that. They're gonna stamp me.
Yeah.
That's who you are. And
That's why I look at Frankie right now.
Quinones?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I go like,
Frankie.
can he get out of that?
See,
Because Larry the Cable Guy got stuck.
See, it's
And
tough.
He made
And-
millions though.
He made millions.
He did.
Oh, no, and which is great. But
Yeah.
Dan, his name is Dan. Dan's a talented
See?
dude. He could
See?
do a gang of different
Yeah.
voices, and a gang of different. That's just one character.
He did
Right.
get stuck though.
Larry the Cable Guy.
I think that's why Frankie does. Cause I go back with Frank. He from
Yeah.
the Bay, you know what I mean? So I know Frankie. I think that's why he does
Quinones.
several characters.
Yeah.
Quinones.
Yeah.
He didn't intend for the Creeper to blow up like that.
of course
it just
not.
did, so he has to do it. But I think the reason he does several characters is so people don't be like, you only can do that. And I'm
Stuck
sure
with
I haven't
one.
seen his stand up now.
Right.
So I'd have to ask, people that go on the road with him. If
But
he's
that's
doing
the fear of the
stand-up
character.
or-
You go like, hey, this is great. But hey, you gotta
The
show us.
fear of the box is a real thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Like I don't even want to get boxed in. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to acting, like
Yeah.
I want to do dramatic roles. I
Right.
started in theater
Yeah.
with drama, so I don't want to get pigeonholed into just the comedy.
The comedy,
be funny.
same,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know I have dramatic chops.
Right.
That I can tap into. And you know what I'm saying with the voiceover stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? People just
yeah.
want that, and it's just like, nah, this is
So much more. There's so much more to me, and that's
you
the
know,
same thing with me. Yeah.
the stand up. You
Yeah.
know, the stand up.
Right.
When
Yeah.
people be like, man, do a voiceover every single day, I be like, nah, just because I
Yeah.
don't like how you came at me.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though my plan was to post something every single
Right.
day, When he be like, just do the voiceover.
Look, no lie, man. I was at a light. I was over there. I was over like off King and like Crenshaw, right? I was driving up to my parents' house in Inglewood. Dude came up, saw me at the light. He said, hey. He said, nigga, where's High C at? Like, just like that, though. He was like, where that nigga at? I'm like, me? Like, I'm right here. Like, High C. Bro, he ain't real. Like, he like, nigga, we want to see High C, nigga, for real. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I don't know what you want me to. I don't know.
what you
you know what I mean?
You were like, hey man, that's fiction, bro.
That's what, and that was getting scary for me too, because I would be out and like, bro, I was attracting that crowd. Like, all gang members fucking with me, like, bro. But they were showing me love. No one ever disrespected me. Honestly, some people were like, oh, you stopped doing it because you must have got pressed or something. I'm like, nah, nobody pressed me, nigga. I promise you. But it was just more so of like, it was the energy in the crowd that I was bringing on to where people didn't want to see anything else but that. And I know for sure, I was not gonna be able to escape that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Caught it early.
Yeah. I was like, I saw it. I was like, all right, y'all. You go on my thing now. I can post a picture of me like this. They be like, where High C at?
Yeah.
Like, I always tell High C on vacation. Nigga.
Like, maybe I'll give you a Christmas version.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know?
Because on one hand, you appreciate that you was able to build something and
people loved it. Yeah.
But then on the other end, we got to expand.
Exactly.
In terms of, that's why I'm always a big champion for, cats that, step outside the box, or, if they doing this and then they switch it up to that, if it's good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like DC Young Fly, he makes music as well.
Right.
And, people know him from, the internet and wilding out and this, that, and the third. But his music is good. So I'm like, that's what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
Didn't he start in music?
He been singing a long time.
He may have.
And
but his music is like dope. And I'm like, this. And I know some people come at him like, hey man, the fun.
The fun, yeah. Constantly.
I guess I shouldn't have said offended. I think,
no.
I think I meant, but what I meant was the boxes.
Look at Keon practicing on himself. Go ahead, Keon, with his apology.
It's the boxes.
I wasn't offended that you said offended.
No. It's the boxes. I just like if like you notice, I haven't done lyrics. I don't do it as much because people are like, we want that.
That's what we want.
Songs only. We want, and like when the Akbar thing, I'd shut it down. Because people, they just want you, and I'm like, no, I'm all over the place.
It's crazy how entitled people are.
Man.
Super entitled, like super entitled. I'm like, you ever
We're
just consider
creatives.
what do I want? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think I just, like one dude was like, man, I didn't follow you for this. I'm like, I don't even know you. What made you think?
I didn't follow you for this.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Hey, bitch, I'm following. Who the fuck are you?
I didn't follow you for this
become that
bullshit
thing
right
that goes with their cup of coffee, with their cereal. So they're like, hey, man, I need this with my cereal.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Exactly.
But then you get the ones
That's hilarious.
too.
I didn't follow you for this.
Right. You get the ones too who also appreciate that you are all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
They
Those the real
came for
ones.
this.
Yeah.
They came for the voiceover.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're a great stand-up, and you're a great dad,
the
and
real
I
ones
get,
right there.
I like all of you.
Yeah,
But I did get here for this.
And I
but-
don't say nothing to them, but I screenshot those people I know who's constantly saying nice things and just being like a supporter, or like if they keeping it real with me, like yo, bro, I ain't feeling, but and I'm like. Eventually, I get to the point I want to kind of like do something nice for those people. You know what I mean? Just surprise them with some shit. I think that'd be dope. Because I'm like, bro, you kind of championed me through this. You helped me through this. You don't even know you did, but like your words, I see them shits constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I'm
I
definitely
appreciate it.
cognizant of the regulars.
Yeah.
The regulars,
Yeah.
I'll be they
rock
get.
with me.
If I ever see like at shows and they want, I'm just take it. Don't tell nobody.
Oh, I love that when they be like, yo, it's me.
Yeah.
At such and such.
Oh,
snap.
But if I recognize,
And you
I'll
can
be
put
like,
that face at
And you just call them that name. Oh, at such and such.
Man, you've been following me for a long time.
Hey,
I
man,
definitely
come
didn't
on,
send
man.
stuff free. I'm like, you just don't tell nobody
Yeah.
because I appreciate you.
I got some of my first regulars on my podcast now.
Yeah.
see?
The frequent commenters.
Yeah, see?
They're like, oh,
That's
love
what it's all about.
another great episode. Love what you're doing. Like, yeah.
They're gonna be there for a minute. And them the people I'm like, I'm coming to see you if you. I'll be like, check your. The tickets will be there.
Yeah.
You've been riding since.
That's dope.
You got it.
And you're going to bring 8 people, which I love.
They always bring.
No,
They
they
come
bring
and
it.
see you, and they
Exactly.
bring a different person every time.
Yep.
But they want people that I love this person. I need you to love. They bring a different person every
They do.
time.
They hype you up too. Like this dude the funniest. I love him. He this. They your hype man. They go and just
Let the crowd speak. I'm a big believer in that. Just let the crowd speak for you.
Yeah.
Instead of always tooting your own horn.
I'm the funniest. I'm
Let the
funniest.
crowd
I'm
do
the
it because
funniest.
it's more potent.
There's a lot of that dumb shit, bro.
And they can do it.
The tooting your own horn.
I see
I'll
that,
be
bro.
like,
Let somebody else too.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
Craig?
I'm over here laughing at Tony because he walked there with the, man, we going to do a tight 4.
We did. We out of here.
We can't. But let people brag on you for sure, and let them do it in several languages if you want to. And with Babbel, you can learn different languages.
14 different languages.
Yeah, 15-minute lessons make the perfect way for you to learn a new language on the go. Babbel designs their courses with practical and real-world conversations in mind and things you'll use in everyday life. I've actually fallen off. I gotta get back. It's been like
it fell off.
it's been like 3 weeks.
Dude, they got the language of love on
They
there.
got it. They got that. They got
Hey,
it.
Craig be in here doing Babbel with his panties, with his shirt on and ass.
No panties on.
No panties on.
My baby Pooh.
Babbling.
It really is a dope app, but it's up to you to stay on it. I got to get back
Babbel
on
is
mine.
Craig be
dope.
kicking
It's
his
a
feet
dope
back and
Yeah,
forth.
like if you
check it out.
want to learn some languages,
Yeah, it's
Babbel.
Babbel. When I was
Okay.
on it, I felt it. And then
Yeah,
and then
I like this.
So
I gotta
y'all
go
done put
back.
me on. Y'all done put me on today with the
Oh, yeah, well,
VPN Express.
with your new
with
family
the,
members, you can learn all this
yeah,
Spanish.
yeah, you know, I got
They
you.
could learn it.
Right, I gotta learn it
You
first.
feel me?
And for our listeners right now, you can purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription. You get 3 additional months free. Come on, man. So that's 6 months for the price of just 3 months at Babbel.com. Use our promo code ISSUES. Babbel is BABBEL.com. Code ISSUES for an extra 3 months.
3 months, man. Extra 3 months. How DC
For-
said, you got to be a goddamn.
You got the goddamn
be a
eating. I can take
goddamn
that,
idiot.
dude.
That's good.
Shout out to DC, man. You missing in action today. But Richie, man, we want to thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
man.
Thanks for coming up, bro. I've been
We're
trying
gonna
to get
have
them on
you
for a
back,
minute.
man.
Yeah.
And what's
appreciate
dope
it, man.
about you too? You was low key interviewing us as well.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Not like
yeah.
guests do that.
Richie
They
was
was
like,
so, let me ask you
Yeah,
this.
y'all got the questions today, guys. Watch out.
I like that.
Because
His
I've
Richie
never,
issues.
I've never
Sit
seen this
down.
setting with you guys, so I like to soak up some knowledge from y'all too. You feel me?
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah,
I've been trying to get Richie on here for a minute.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I just flew out. Or we shooting. I'd be like, God damn it.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back for sure.
For
though,
sure, man. I appreciate it. This was fun.
Successful bastards and shit.
That's what Chaz was talking about. We can't do nothing. 'cause
Everybody working, bro.
Make sure you say what's up to Denise over at Insecure.
Denise?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Her and Issa, they were over with us at What the Funny.
Oh,
early in
no,
their
yeah,
career.
yeah. Denise, yeah, she's super though. She actually, I think she in Italy right now. With her
You got
Lauren.
anything to plug before we get out of here?
Nah, man.
Anything
Just
coming up?
I'm just happy. That's all.
Oh,
man.
we gonna
Well, the
go
last
get
season
them
of
children's
Insecure.
pajamas. Where
Yeah,
the children's
plug the clothing
pajamas
line.
at?
Oh man,
Insecure?
it's Roses Malone. See, I be being do stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Roses
let's get that
Malone.
in there.
We got that in
Roses.
Roses Malone.
Okay.
That like I said, you can check me out on Insecure. Honestly, they keep this shit a secret. I don't know when Insecure's premiering. I had Issa. I don't know if they just not telling us. I really don't know, but I will be in the final season of Insecure, and you can also check me out in Second Chance movie. It's on Prime Video. I'm in that as well. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Craig.
sir.
I'm gonna have Craig Wayans on everything. We got some projects coming this year, but they ain't ready yet.
Okay, Craig got his
Tell y'all about
OnlyFans
it.
coming out.
For sure. Pooh Daddy.
only tops.
Pooh Daddy.
Only time.
I got my only tops.
Only tops can be dangerous though.
pajamas.
You got the only shirts.
I got
we
my
only
only-
tops. You get the wrong crowd.
I got my only shirt pajamas coming out with Roses Malone for the daddies out there that like going
partnership.
bottomless.
Craig got the 24-hour live stream of just him sitting there.
Bottomless
cake
DJ.
size.
Follow me on Patreon with my as Pooh Daddy. No
Hey,
bottoms.
bro, if you change your shit to Pooh Daddy, bro.
Oh man, mad funny. Chaz, what you got, bro?
I gotta see my society coming this week. I got Kanisha Bus up on that bitch, and then that's it. That's all I got. I got nothing else. I'm chilling.
And sometimes it's okay not to have. I think everybody's
Oh,
expect you to
man.
have something, bro.
You
Sometimes
really
I can't just be alive. Sometimes I gotta be having something.
I'm
Well,
so
he
happy
has
to
something.
be
It's
wanting
funny
to
he
know.
has something, but in this industry, sometimes you like, I wait till it gets
you gotta
close.
wait.
Especially in this
Every day they start
Exactly.
hitting you up like, hey, where's
Yeah.
that at? You be like,
Yeah, I got stuff
Exactly.
I'm working on, but then you know it's like shit ain't gonna air until months from
It can take a
now.
while from now. So
Like,
what's
am
the
I
point?
working? Yes. Is anything I got to
can
promote?
tell you right. No, you really don't.
And
So,
everybody's always working, but like I
Right.
said, we don't know when it's going.
Yeah. I'm working on myself. How about that?
Right. Shit, we thought our show was gonna get canceled. I was just happy to know it's still going on, man.
Keon, what you got?
Know what you got?
I'm at the
Now,
Comedy
Polly.
Cafe in Inglewood,
Inglewood.
tomorrow. So it'll be tomorrow. I'll post the flyers and all that, and then on Sunday I'll be Pittsburgh, California, doing a show for
It's
the.
a Pittsburgh, California.
Yes.
That's where
I know.
Antioch, Pittsburgh. That's
Tell
where
all
I'm
my
from.
people from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Bray's out there,
I'll
man.
be out there telling some nice, wholesome jokes for the church folk.
Oh, that's a church show. You
That's
okay.
the church folk
Church show.
outside.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time.
You said
man.
outside?
Oh, outside.
Outside
Oh,
church
get it.
show, middle of the day.
Middle of the
Y'all
day.
gonna get Keon and Lennon out there.
Put a Bluetooth in. Stacey Adams for no reason. But yeah,
You
that's
got
all
shirts?
I got for this week.
Yeah.
The order just got put in yesterday.
The Just Breathe shirts?
Yeah,
Oh,
those
okay.
are coming. More the I Don't Care sold out, but they're getting replenished. And then the
To take a breath.
Take a Breath shirts, and those are coming in kid sizes as well.
Dope.
Hey,
So you can get those, and then but they'll be here soon, and that's it.
the kids.
Bake.
Tune in to Verbal Cardio. Drops every Wednesday. It's going to be back this week because I am back.
Yeah.
What else?
Back in
I'll
COVID
be
free.
Back
Yes,
in the
sir.
COVID-free
Yes,
edition. Check out my Instagram. Click the link in my bio to see my tour dates for this year. They are listed in there. We got Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Phoenix, Arizona coming up first on the tour schedule. So pull up for that. I feel like I'm forgetting to plug something else. But
Shirts and shits.
I got some all whites coming probably this weekend. All white Skibbity Paps, and be on the lookout for all white. I'm the one on the Gerald tip. And the all white, yes. So
No more
Yes,
bakeries.
bakeries I kind of chilled off on for a little bit, but they'll be back.
You
in
ran out of
different
colors?
Nah, I had more colors on deck. I was just tired of just doing bakery.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me
enough.
ease up on the, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Let me switch it up.
I like it.
And then Gerald became the best
Yeah.
seller I've ever had. So, yeah. But yeah, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions for us, ask us in the YouTube comment section. All caps on the questions so we can see it easier. We got to have another questions episode. I think we about overdue for
We're
one.
definitely overdue.
So
we did not do
can-
that in the weeks you guys been gone.
Yo, man,
We did a couple.
We way past due.
We did a couple, right? We did a
Yeah,
couple questions.
no, DC had his own personal
We
question.
did his own personal.
We haven't had a full questions
no.
episode
Yeah.
since.
So we got
forever.
to bring it back to y'all with the questions episode. So if you got questions, ask us in the YouTube comment section. Thank you for supporting the show.
214, guys. That wasn't even me today. It's all Richie.
Man, look,
It was Richie,
Well, I didn't know.
but it was
y'all
good. It was
we
flowing.
good.
It was
It was
good.
Y'all
flowing.
could have cut it off anytime.
Yeah,
this might be a record.
Man, it's definitely a record.
Oh,
Definitely a
wow.
record.
2 hours
Don't
and
thank
14
Chaz,
minutes.
thank Rich.
That's all
I'm
Richie, guys.
I'm sorry, man. Y'all could have.
No,
They
they're
gonna
gonna love
They
it.
gonna
They
be
gonna
hyped.
love it.
They gonna be
always
hyped.
want long
Oh,
episodes.
okay,
They be
cool.
wanting 3 hours. I'm like, man, look out.
This flow though, I ain't even gonna. I didn't know it would, until I was like, oh shit.
I was
we
watching
way
the
over.
clock, but I didn't care.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it an hour. I was gonna say something. I'm like, well,
Yeah, I was looking.
Nah.
I was like, yeah.
I just like when Tony gives the
All right.
Because that be my intent. Because I got to do verbal cardio.
then
after
he
this.
started up a new question at the 45.
And then we
level.
started late because of Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz was out there.
Run,
Why?
spilling
Hey,
on
y'all
you.
was
late.
like mad late last week. I want to hear that
Hey,
shit.
thanks for
Oh, I
keeping
ain't
your
got nothing to do
thighs
with
off
me.
me today.
Hey, you welcome, man.
He didn't have time to thigh you because he was kicking me.
I kicked Keon twice.
All right, y'all. We out.
All right.